Hi everyone, I hope you are enjoying the coverage of the FIDE World Cup 2025 in Goa, India. Look at the beautiful place I am in right now. While we are on this break, I want to tell you that ChessBase has just launched the ChessBase version, the newest version, ChessBase'26 and Mega 26, Mega Database 2026 on 12th of November. Earlier, ChessBase used to launch a version every 2 years. But now, starting from this year, it will be launched every year, just like Mega Database. Hence, from ChessBase 18, we have now launched to ChessBase 26. Then it will happen ChessBase 27 and so on. Mega Database is world's largest chess database and has more than 11.7 million games and 114,000 annotated games. What are the newest features in ChessBase 26? Well, here's a short video for you to know all about it.
ChessBase'26 is here, starting with the enhanced opening report. Rating-based statistics for your favorite openings, instructive tactical training built right in, the history of each opening, its pioneers, and a fashion chart showing popularity over time. Then we have the Monte Carlo analysis, simulating thousands of games, defining practical chances and typical maneuvers. Also, new detection of duplicate games, AI description of plans, real-time ray tracing, and more. ChessBase'26. Expand your chess horizon.
Want to play chess but don't know how to get started? Try Chess.com. Play for free against someone at your level or challenge one of our friendly computer bots. Trying to improve your chess? Learn the Queen's Gambit and other openings with guided interactive lessons. Like chess but don't want the pressure of playing games? Chess.com has hundreds of thousands of fun puzzles to help you relax and sharpen your mind. Play your friends, make new ones around the world, follow the latest games, and more. Sign up and play for free at Chess.com today. A premium membership at Chess.com will help you improve your game with full access to a powerful set of learning tools. Unlimited tactics let you practice like a master, with more than 50,000 puzzles to challenge you at every level. Our library of interactive chess lessons, created by master coaches, will enhance every aspect of your game. And after each game you play, the computer analysis feature will give you feedback on every move you play, turning every game into a chance to learn. And that's not all. Premium benefits also include unlimited tournaments, video lessons, the Opening Explorer, and much, much more. Upgrade now to take your game to the next level.
The crucible of competition. The eyes of the world. Goa, India, hosts the 2025 FIDE World Cup, where over 200 of the top chess players in the world face off in an 8-round knockout tournament.
This queen has nowhere to go. That is the end.
Excellence, perseverance, and stamina bring glory, national pride, and a spot at the illustrious Candidates Tournament. The globe's best chess players hope to add their name to the list of champions.
Woo, he made a move in 1 second.
The 2025 FIDE World Cup. Let's get these games started.
The most prestigious tournament in chess has come to India, the home of chess.
अरे यार देगी अरे क्यों चाल्यो घोड़ो
Yes! 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 Yes!
चेस 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 खेल ये हमारा है। आओ दुनिया वालों ये वेलकम तुम्हारा है। अपना गेम भारी है, हैंडशेक की बारी है, अब इंडिया बोलेगा। It's your move, it's your move, गोवा कर रहा है वेट। It's your move, come don't be late। It's your move, तो कोई खोद।
चतुरंग के सारे रंग सदियों से हैं अपने संग, शतरंज बिछता है हर आंगन, विश्व को दिया हमने विश्वनाथन।
डंका बजा है, गोवा सजा है, खेल जमेगा फूल। It's your move, हो न जाए चेकमेट। It's your move, चेक में भी होगा जस्ट। It's your move, गोवा कर रहा है वेट। It's your move, come don't be late। It's your move, इसको कर दो। It's your move, एक दो ढाई। It's your move, it's your move, it's your move, it's your move, it's your move.
The FIDE World Cup 2025, starting from 31st October to 27th November in Goa, India.
It's your move.
Welcome to game 2 of the semi-finals here at the FIDE World Cup in Goa. We have a beautiful garden chess set. Wei Yi versus Wei-Esipenko is written. We are in the pool area. This is something that the players can enjoy if they win today after yesterday's draw. Remember, nobody goes home yet because they still have to play the 3rd and 4th place match because of the all-important candidate spot. $50,000 locked up for all players, but $120,000 is up top, the first place prize money. But more importantly, the 3 candidate spot, like I keep repeating, is the crucial element here. Wei Yi versus Wei-Esipenko. We'll see if Wei-Esipenko presses with white like he was doing with the black pieces yesterday by playing the French. Remember, Wei Yi is unbeaten. He's never lost here at the FIDE World Cup, neither in classical, rapid or blitz. Similar to Wei Yi, Yakubboev has also not lost here in Goa so far. He will play against his countrymate Sindarov, and we'll see who gets into the finals. Remember, Wei Yi and Wei-Esipenko have played more than 20 games here combined in all 3 formats, but Yakubboev has only played 15 games. Will stamina, energy prove important? We'll find out. Back to you guys in the studio.
It's the final classical game of the semi-finals. Big day here at the FIDE World Cup in Goa. You win today and you're through not only to the finals but the coveted candidate spots. What a tournament this has been. As always, with my very good friends, with the best in the business, Sagasha, Amrita Mokal and Sahaj Grover in the house. Guys, we've been here since 1st of November. 22 days in, and this is the finish line. Kaisa lag raha hai?
Yeah, I'm actually, right now it's dawning on to me that today is the day when we'll get 2 candidates perhaps.
Potentially.
It could be.
Could be.
So it's a very big day. I mean, this is what we were all looking forward to since last 22 days now.
You know, actually Sahaj was just telling me that it's been 20 days already and it's so hard, like it's the first tournament, everybody is kind of exhausted over here. Same environment, same people, रोज एक दूसरे को देखना पड़ता है, but we are all having
sorry यार, इतनी भी बुरी शक्लें नहीं है हमारी अमृता.
We are all having a lot of fun, and to your point, Tanya, I do think that one game of Northerbek, Yakubboev versus Zhao Kir, 31st move, yeah, same predictions.
Oh.
Draw. You
Yeah.
think a draw between Northerbek and Sindarov?
31st move, yeah.
I am predicting a Sindarov win today.
Oh.
Let's go.
My God.
भाई अमृता ने मूव ही प्रिडिक्ट कर दिया. मूव नंबर 31, 30 मूव रूल का ड्रॉ ऑफर उससे पहले नहीं अलाउड है. सो अमृता सेइंग द उज्बेकिस्तान क्लैश गोज इनटू टाई ब्रेक्स वेरी क्विकली. सहज सेइंग कि भाई डिसाइसिव रिजल्ट होने वाला है. एंड हु टेक्स इट?
Sindarov.
Sindarov takes it, which means he's in through the candidates. आपकी क्या predictions हैं?
Yeah, I've been supporting Northerbek Yakubboev for quite some time now. So today I'm going to use the Dubov approach that white will try to press, that is Sindarov. and that will give Yakubboev the chance, and he will go through to the finals.
Oh my God. So we have Sindarov, Sahaj is for Sindarov, you are for Yakubboev, I am for draw. Tanya, अभी तुम पे बहुत कुछ डिपेंडेंट है यार.
मेरे पे कुछ नहीं डिपेंडेंट है भाई, जो स्टेज पे होंगे उन पे ही डिपेंडेंट होएगा. But to finish the panel predictions, I think both matches will go into tie breaks. I don't think either gets decided today, but I think it's going to be a fight. Amrita, I will be surprised if Sindarov with the white pieces doesn't try to push for more, but I think Yakubboev will hold the other one, Wei Yi versus Esipenko. That is really the clash of, two extremely strong top seed right now, currently Wei Yi in the tournament, the only one left. No top 10 player in the world, but Wei Yi, the highest seeded in this one, but Esipenko has been making no one's life easy here.
Yes. I think Esipenko and Wei Yi are very well matched. Even yesterday, Esipenko played so well that Wei Yi had to find a series of brilliancies to just draw the game.
But that he had those, that was the main point, that opportunity did happen to him, and which is what makes Tanya's prediction that both the games will go in tie breaks, because you don't want to hold on to that pressure.
Amrita, didn't we see? Oh, wait. I was just wondering. I thought I saw Wei Yi in the arena. Then he disappeared. And I was like, Wei Yi kahan gayab ho gaya? And now he comes back. He probably went to get some refreshments. We see him walking back with a bottle of water.
Wow.
First to arrive. I've usually noticed Wei Yi is the first player to step into the playing hall.
Yeah, but is this punctuality good, you would say?
It makes him find those brilliancies, and when he has less than 4 minutes on the clock. Be punctual, guys.
Absolutely. I mean, it's so interesting that everybody has a different style.
Say Sahaj Bhai, who was late to the commentary on several days.
Happened. Okay, yeah, it was a few
Guilty,
times.
guilty, Sahaj, guilty. But punctual.
No, but Magnus comes late and that's what he likes. And some people like Dubov used to come early sometimes. It's very interesting that how people like to...
Yeah, but Magnus for a 3-minute game came 2.5 minutes late and won against a Grandmaster with 30 seconds on the clock. I think only Magnus can do Magnus things. So while we can admire it, not advisable to come 2.5 minutes late for a 3-minute blitz game.
Yeah, but also here, if you come late, guys, there was a fine of $500, and I don't know if anybody came late actually.
No one
without
came
a
late.
genuine reason.
So what classifies as late?
Anything
If
after the clock has
Post
started.
3 p.m.
Yeah.
By the way, Yakubboev with his lucky t-shirt. The white t-shirt, and he usually does take off the jacket before he starts, is in play. I genuinely hope he has more than one white t-shirt with him here in Goa.
It doesn't matter if you get the candidate spot. You can keep wearing the same t-shirt as long as it's working for you.
भाई तुम लोग बहुत ही ऐसे Goan vibe में आए हो तीनों के तीनों. I must say, who wore it better, chat?
Yes.
We got some very cool fashion game going on here.
Yeah,
People are going to say Tanya.
I'm like a normal.
हाँ यार, तुम हमेशा
Tanya has
जीती
come
हो.
in
Who will
Delhi
come
mode.
second? That is the question.
मुझे ऐसे लग रहा है तानिया को दिल्ली जाने की बहुत जल्दी है.
क्यों भाई मेरा दिल
Second
यहाँ
day.
पे है गोवा में
Guys,
वर्ल्ड कप हो रहा है
guys.
to commentate with you guys. I want nothing more than that.
Then why are you going back, Tanya?
Dil walo ki Dilli.
बस
But I want to point out something.
Ooh,
that
handshake. Esipenko is here.
Oh, he's here.
Woo.
But let me point this out, Sagar, very quickly. That today we had Tanya's master class, and it was really great. We do have.
You didn't even attend it, Amrita.
No, the Sukhwir is saying it was wild.
Okay, like wild good, I hope.
Yes.
Like
so-
wildly good.
I saw the game. It was Stonewall Dutch. How do you think I know that?
Oh, and what was the knockout move?
Somewhere.
But उतना तो पता है. I will give it to Sahaj.
Not bad.
Stonewall Dutch I knew, yeah.
But yeah, बहुत मजा आया in
And
the
you were
master
white.
class. I was white and it was against Victor Moskilenko. So guys, honestly, Sagar, thank you for getting this idea to me and making and sort of pushing me almost to do it, because I really enjoyed it. Yeah. And I think you have plans with this, that we're going to have a lot more of this.
Yes, we want to do more stuff. We want to have more of our masters here who actually are keen to share their knowledge. Sahaj Bhai could do one. We could have Amrita showing one of her game, which is like 25 years ago, she became the under-16 national champion. So I want to now, Amrita, if you have one game to show on that occasion, it would be lovely. And we also had a winner, Tanya.
Yes, huge shout out to Cyrus here. He's with us right now. I mean, kya hi line he said, finding an entire smothered mate pattern in the position. And Cyrus, you will also, apart from the box of chocolates, get Gukesh's attacking DVD, How to Attack by Gukesh. So study that. You're clearly super good at attacking and keep working on it.
Yeah, we'll take your email address, okay, and then send it to you. You give it to me before I leave. Great. Okay, by the way, we have the guests here who are standing in for the first move. And there we have pawn to e4 made.
Okay, will this be the move on Esipenko's board?
I don't think so.
I think
don't
he
think
goes
so.
for d4.
I think he goes for knight f3.
Knight
Whoa,
f3,
that's too
interesting.
much.
What?
Wait.
I would
E4,
say
E5
e4.
क्यों
भाई
गया?
ये क्या angle है? ये तो angle मैंने bird's eye view हो गया. काफी crazy angle.
Nice angle.
Very cool.
And a handshake there. Wei Yi and Esipenko. The first move made on this board. And I think Wei Yi will take it back and play pawn to d4.
So queen's pawn opening. Amrita, what's your prediction?
e4.
Amrita says e4 होने वाला है. I say knight f3. Really quickly, Sahaj.
d4.
d4. I think d4 ही होगा. And it's
E4!
e4!
Let's go. Matlab Esipenko is in a different mood altogether. And will Wei Yi answer with e5? Okay, he does.
And I think that makes so much sense. Wei Yi has been a monster when it comes to tie breaks. And I think Esipenko will take calculated risks with white. He won't go crazy, Sagar.
Gambit.
But he will push. That will not be a calculated risk.
Knight f3.
By the way, हमें switch करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है because in the other game also we have the same. It ditto same position.
Oh.
Okay, so they will be all getting up and checking the games, yeah?
Guys, let's check out please Sindarov very quickly.
Oh, here
And
we
see,
have the
because I
Petrov.
think we are having an identical game. 4 knights on the board.
मतलब 8 nights हो गए आज तो.
So really quickly, let's just do an action replay on the Sindarov board. E4, E5. It started with the knight coming out, defending the pawn. 4 knights, as Sahaj says. This opening is called bishop b5, and this is where we are. Black can also continue playing copycat chess with bishop to b4. There's an attacking option to start with knight d4.
Oh, that crazy draw line, no?
Yes.
That
so
could happen.
It could happen. We've seen it happen before at the World Cup here. So knight d4, there is a forced drawing sequence of moves, and then Amrita, your prediction might be on point that these two just want to take it to tie breaks.
Yeah, but not even 31st move maybe then. What is that line?
Actually, that
repetition?
line is very crazy. Can we show knight d4, knight e5? I think here there is some... no, knight d4, knight e5, queen e7, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, queen e7.
F4.
F4.
Knight b5, no.
Actually, not
It's
F4.
not, it's not a draw line. The line that I'm thinking of has...
Knight d4,
He
knight
played it,
d4.
he played it, he played it.
Maybe Yakubboev will show us
No,
the
no,
line.
first you have to
Yeah.
go... Maybe... अरे क्या है इतना simple line याद नहीं आ रहा है.
It's okay, it's okay. But you, people did vote that they
Oh, he
liked
took
your
one.
shirt the most.
Arey,
Very
thank
few
you.
people, but yeah. It's from Indonesia, guys.
Thank
and
you,
it
Irene.
was gifted by
Queen
Irene.
e7, and I think it's somewhere here with f4, Sagar, the line that you were talking about.
नहीं भाई ऐसे नहीं होता है.
अच्छा.
उधर किधर d5 आ जाता है. Bishop c4 वापस आता
Okay,
है.
maybe Sahaj, you can look into it and tell us in a bit. But instead of that, so white wants a fight.
Oh, this line is happening. Oh my god.
कौन
I have
सा?
a-
This is draw line
I
यार.
do have a line for you though that is super. No, this is actually very, very difficult for black if
Oh.
white knows what they're doing.
Really? It's
Yeah,
difficult,
yeah,
this
yeah.
one.
Very थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो गया सहज भाई.
I'm
Very-
telling you, I actually was doing a course for Chessable on this exact line, and black के लिए this position is not easy at all. It was quite difficult to hold as black. But I have a very crazy line in the same line that Sagar bhai was showing.
Okay, so after knight d4,
Knight takes c5,
yes.
queen e7,
Okay.
f4, knight b5, knight b5, d6, knight f3. By the way, for everyone in the audience, this is all theory. Queen takes c4 check, king f2,
King f2.
king f2.
Oh, okay.
Now wait, it gets crazier. Knight g4 check,
भाई ये तो mate ही हो जाएगी.
king g3, queen g6. All theory, by the way.
What?
Knight
Huge
h4,
threat.
queen h5, h3, queen h5 and h3. Now hitting the knight, black goes knight f6. And now knight takes c7, which looks like a very, very simple move. It's actually a blunder. So if you go knight c7, king d8, knight takes a8, and for everyone in the audience and in the chat, black to play and win.
Black to play and win, bhai.
Oh my God.
This has happened. I have seen this happen to a very dear friend of mine.
Sahej
Over
bhai,
the board
what a question.
in a World Juniors Championship. Literally, I've seen this happen on the board.
What? Actually?
Yes.
Sorry?
Yes.
Queen
Wait,
H4.
what?
Oh, we
That
have a
blunders are
grandmaster
clean.
in the
What?
chat. Let's go.
Oh, wow. Aloy is here.
Aloy is here. He's pretending to be a backbencher, but he should be in the front row. Aloy, that is insane. I've never seen this before. Sagar said you've seen it live, but what's the follow-up? I mean, queen takes knight, king takes queen?
Knight e4, no?
And now knight e4. And basically, white's king is busted.
Wow.
It's a kill zone. So you just want to give a check on e7. So let's
But this is not easy, yeah?
Let's say white plays d3. The checkmate is bishop check, king h5.
Knight g3.
Oh.
GG. So black is a queen and a rook down, but still the king is just too
The
exposed.
two bishops are just beautiful.
Why there's no way to fight against bishop e7? The best move is to just give up your queen back. That is crazy.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Oh, this is a great opening trap, yeah? Who, by the way, fell into this trap? Your friend?
She was playing in the, I think in the World Juniors in 2011. Her name was Madhurima Shekhar with the white pieces.
Oh.
Sorry.
And
2011.
I think, Sahej bhai, this might be the most fun line we will see today because all the games look to be very, very calm.
I know king getting
I'm telling
checkmated
you-
on h5 yet.
I'm telling you, like, I think white has good chances here. I
think Sahej bhai is trying to stick to his prediction that Sindarov will win today. So
go.
he's like, oh, this is like a very serious line here. Oh, there is a lot of hope for white to create
No, I
something.
think because he's creating a chessable course, that's why he's feeling that.
No. I am not creating on this line anymore, but this was, I think, one of the bigger points of the course that I really think that white
Okay,
has
can you explain to us, Sahej, after black castles, what is it that white has here that makes it so dangerous for black?
First, it's hard to explain because I think
Because
white,
there's, like,
white
literally
is getting queen h5, bishop d3, everything in a tempo, rook comes to e1. And I think the dangerous, look, in hindsight, of course, it's not a dangerous line, but I think white is sort of playing without any risk.
True. That I agree.
Which is what makes it risky for me. Any line which I think where white is not, where your opponent is not playing for any sort of danger, that becomes super risky.
But I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I think Sahaj, if black is precise for the next two moves, finds the way, either d6, get the bishop out, or maybe even c6, d5, coming with a tempo, gaining control. Black has a super healthy pawn structure. There's the bishop pair for black as well. The development, okay, just maybe a move away of finishing it once the bishop comes out. It shouldn't be so hard to equalize from a strategic perspective.
I think it's also about when you play c6 and d5, where is that bishop going? Or from c8. So let's say I put my queen on h5, where is that bishop going? That's
So
where
I
the
castle, you do this, correct?
Yeah, something like that.
And then I play d6.
Oh, you're not going c6, d5, okay?
I'll try to get my bishop out.
d3, for example?
To threaten mate in 1.
Yeah, something like that.
h6.
Now, do I have bishop e3, perhaps?
Bishop e3.
No.
Oh man, sad.
No, wait.
why?
Yeah, maybe not.
Said
so
by,
equal.
The exact move
said
order.
by maybe your prediction today might not come true. Yeah, draw maybe.
I think Sindarov pushes today. Let's go.
This position is not one that you push in Zahad. Okay, how about this? Is it fair to say if Sindarov wanted to push today, he had a million different options? This one is maybe not the most ideal to push. Is that fair to say?
Tanya giving
If you're playing without risk in a classical game, I think it's not really a bad line. Like, this is the most you get.
Would you play this in a must-win game, Sahaj?
Yes.
What? No way.
That is not
He
true.
will play in a must-win, but he won't be able to
didn't
win.
say I can't lie, so.
Tricky.
Oh, by the way, I don't understand why this line
Has so
because-
many wins for white? I know.
No, the thing
Insane.
is, what black played here is the second most popular move in this position, that is bishop c5. The main move here is queen e5 check. And then they play like queen e2, I think, and trade queen. So keeping the queens on the board slightly less popular perhaps. And look at Nodirbek, he's thinking.
Okay, Nodirbek is thinking. I will still say draw is the most likely outcome on this game, on this board, and it's not a very hot take.
But you know what the Indian suggests at that position is to go queen g4.
After castles.
Yeah, queen g4, d6, queen f4, basically to go for a queen exchange.
So let's say here in this position, you start with what? Bishop c5
Short
खेला गया है.
castle.
नहीं, white का move है भाई.
नहीं,
अच्छा,
नहीं.
castle. And now queen g4.
You know, all I have to
D6
say is,
queen
all I have to
F4.
say is Magnus has played this against Firouzja before, and he has won. It was a bullet match, but we're not going to talk about that.
Also the fact that it's Magnus.
Bullet में कुछ भी हो सकता है.
Bullet में कुछ भी हो. But who do you think is like on this panel the strong? Okay, probably Sahaj. Yeah.
I think in all
Bullet,
online
I feel
formats.
Amrita has the most bullet practice. We've seen some of those sessions you've done.
I had. Yes, but now I've
You're a
learned.
bullet queen you are.
Bullet stream मजा आता था. Tanya, तू stream. You used to stream. I think you should restart.
Yeah, and that's why I stopped then. I was like, उसमें कोई future नहीं है मेरा. भाई, streaming is a skill, and it requires. I mean, I have so much admiration and respect for people who have the skill to stream.
Thank you.
It's amazing, honestly. I don't think I possess those. But Amrita, you versus Sagar bullet match, who wins?
Sagar, yaar. Yeah. But there are, times when he is very, very tired and then I crush him. Which is very
We're
less,
still talking
but
about chess, right?
Does happen.
Okay, so this position, we will leave it. Let's just be objective. It's pretty much level and balanced so far. Sahaj, anything you'd like to add to that?
I think White is
Winning.
doing amazing. Close to winning.
अच्छा Sindarov तेरा दोस्त है क्या? Is he a very
it's
close
not about-
friend or
it's just
something?
I really support this
White is
variation as
crushing.
White.
White is crushing
Crushing.
advantage.
I think about to win, I'm telling you. 1 hour, 34 minutes.
You know, if
look at
I'll
it.
tell you one thing, Sahaj, if actually from the white side there was an Indian player playing, like let's say either Prag or Arjun this position, or any of these guys, or Nihal, Vidit, anybody, Gukesh, Amrita would be echoing exactly what. Bhai, kya hi position hai,
Yeah,
bhai?
she got it
Jeet gaya
right.
bas, khatam.
She got
And
it
if
right.
he wins today, bhai, I will...
Yeah,
it will
then
be
I
crazy.
think we all have to really bow down to you.
So guys, one thing which I must say here is there's one player, his name is Robert Hohanisian.
He
Oh, he was here.
He was playing.
Yeah.
World
He-
Junior Champion, by the way, in that event in 2011 in World Juniors.
Yes, and he has played this line, I can see in the database 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And he has won 6 games with white out of it.
Whoa, no
And his
way.
only draw was against Vidit Gujarati. And he
Wow,
has
Vidit
beaten
Topi.
2632, 2504, 2468, 250, 2... So,
That is
Achha,
crazy.
no, then I want to know, Sagar, what are the plans which he carried on with this position?
Exactly what Sahaj was saying actually. He castled, he put the bishop on d3, the queen on h5, the other bishop on e3. Let me just show that really quickly. So all he did was get this bishop back, put the queen here, put the rook here, got this bishop here, got the rook here, and somehow
And
won.
also A4, he got A4.
yes,
Yes,
A4.
A4 as well.
नहीं somehow नहीं पर आगे क्या हुआ एक गेम तो फटाफट से देखो
Can
ना
we
सागर
show
I
that?
feel
I
like-
don't know if we can show that game.
बहुत
नहीं वो रहने दो तुम
मैं-
खुद
I
देखो
feel like this position sort of has this illusion of safety, for black, where black sort of starts to feel कि मैं कुछ भी खेल सकता हूँ, and that's where like problems start to happen.
That is actually a very good point. Sometimes, exactly what you said.
And what-
illusion of
and-
safety oh
I love that.
Also,
Nice.
this fact that Yakubboev is taking some time here doesn't add confidence, doesn't inspire confidence at this point.
I'm telling you, he's already looking nervous.
Bishop c5.
Yeah, this bishop c5 bit weird, yeah, this move.
Wow. But there are some very strong.
Oh, he's not
grandmasters-
castling.
He's not. He's reaching out for
Oh,
the
he's
D
going-
pawn. He was reaching for the D pawn.
But that
guys.
would be
Pinned है.
illegal
वो तो pinned है. C pawn maybe.
PP
yeah?
Oh,
on
yeah, must
the
have been-
PP
No, it's just a PP. It's
If
just
he
a pin
plays
pawn. There's
if
no
he
more
pushes
pressure.
the C pawn, then already white is slightly better.
So
yeah?
he has to. He was then reaching out for the
Yeah.
C pawn, and
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
he wants to get the C6 D5 structure
Mm.
to develop. This was the thought I had in mind as well.
But c6,
Let's go.
rook e1 check.
नहीं, bishop queen e2 check maybe, yeah?
Yeah,
Rook
queen
e1
e2
पे,
is a-
oh, there's a tactic. Sagar bhai, maybe you can show
Oh
that.
yes, black to play, guys. Rook e1.
oh no this is incredible
But you have to find the right move here.
It is
very important because one of them doesn't work, the other one works.
Oh, right.
Unbelievable.
Okay, guys.
Masterclass ke baad
Great
Tanya
question
super
here.
sharp, huh?
Black to play. What do you do? Black
Very
is
important
better, but
question.
only with the right move. Where do you move?
Anyone, guys? Give it a shot.
Bishop E7. Coming back.
Possible.
That's actually, but then you don't win it. It's like equal ho jayega wapas. Yes? No, it's a check to your king. King to King F8.
That's
So
what he says.
even the chat is torn between King F8 and King D8. One of them is correct, one is incorrect. Which one's correct and why?
Wow.
Masterclass mode pe, huh?
Ah, Tanya is. Yes, we have Aloyse here. Yes.
Yes, look. Oh.
He's saying go to the right.
Oh, खेल दिया उसने C6.
His right or our right? That's a big question.
D8. No, he said King D8, and that
King
is
D8.
the right move. And I think it was very difficult. Even chat, mostly they want to go King F8.
Because it's more natural is to get the king to F8. But the big difference here is, Amrita, if you can explain why not King F8?
I don't know. I didn't calculate.
The point is Queen E2, and now suddenly I defend my F2 pawn, and you don't have time to take the bishop because it's checkmate. Thank you very much. Go home. The difference here is that if black goes king to D8, there are double threats. One is on F2, the bishop's hanging. Yes, you can go Queen E2, but now you can take on B5 because the rook defends
Nice.
the E8 square.
Nice.
So this whole intermezzo of Queen E2, Queen E8 was the important point where King F8 would not be working.
Yes. And chat also got a little confused with it, right? Because they also wanted King F8, King D8. So Rook E1 would be a massive blunder, Sahaj here.
Yes, for sure. And by the way, he does go C6, which is a slight inaccuracy in this position. And so far, I'm seeing only 7 games or so being played in this position.
And Robert must be one of them or no?
No. Like, no strong players. Okay, one game by 25-46 in 2014. So most players have gone for short castling here instead of C6, which was much stronger. Now the problem is that white can play Queen E2 check. It's a slight intermezzo.
Short castling instead of C6.
Yeah, if black plays C6 instead, the problem is that you have this intermezzo with Queen E2 check, forcing your opponent's queen on E6.
Okay.
And then you can play Queen H5.
Oh, what?
Queen H5.
Wait,
Queen E7 baby, Queen H5 hai, by the way.
Wait, bishop is hanging?
Yeah.
Kya bol raha hai?
And that is GG for black.
BG5, yeah?
Bishop G5.
Wow, so there's no F6 because this is pinned. And your rook is coming to E1 next.
Yes.
All of the pieces. Power play against the black king.
This is very
Masterclass.
elegant. Okay, but Sindarov is prepared, yeah, for this. And
Yakubboev is he?
Doesn't look like it.
He doesn't look like he's prepared, I agree.
So he's thinking Nodirve ko
No, but
bola
he
tha
knows
maine.
it's not the best move. Some ideas he would know if you don't short castle.
So you're saying Queen E2 is pretty strong here?
Yeah. It looks like black will have to go Queen E6 here.
And then Queen H5 and
I like that because
the
pawn
same
takes bishop,
idea.
queen takes bishop, and black's pawn structure destroyed, king in the center, can't
But now
castle.
Bishop E7.
Okay.
And
Bishop D3 and you stop the short castle,
Wow,
let's say.
very nice, Amrita. 8-7.
G6.
Queen H6.
Oh, but the dark squares, yeah. Bishop F8.
Okay, but if you have to play like this in the opening, you know everything's gone wrong already.
Yeah.
One doesn't have to play this till checkmate to understand
True.
that. So guys, C6 a very small but important inaccuracy. What is the response to Queen E2? What is the best move? Bishop E7?
Yes. No, he has to play Queen E6, only move. Queen E7 also works, but Queen E6 is stronger.
But Queen E6, Queen H5. We have to be accurate here. Maybe D5 here or what?
And now Bishop D3.
But that's the line we were looking at. I mean, you still can't castle. It's not. Is it Queen G? No.
We can
Then
do
rook E1 check
H6
is-
maybe. Oh, H6, Bishop H6.
Look at this, queen g4, there is rook e1 check and black is basically busted.
Busted. Yeah, because your king, either you lose the right to castle or pin yourself. You can't go bishop e6 because white to play. This
Go
one's
for it,
easy,
guys.
Easy.
This is
Easy
easy clap.
peasy.
Easy clap. Yes, because the bishop now is pinned. So, will Sindarov play queen e2? Amrita is the big question here that could give him an early edge.
नहीं यार सहज भाई ने बोल दिया कि this is getting dangerous. पहले we didn't believe him,
Why?
you know, but
Crazy हो
now it's
जाएगा.
happening maybe.
Sahaj, your predictions are coming right just in Goa or in general you are good at this?
And in life also.
Even I'm shocked by what's happening here, to be honest.
right.
I'm very
Because
shocked.
Sahaj, if they're coming true in life in general, I think we all have a lot of questions to ask you then.
Ask Tanya one question.
Absolutely.
Ask your first question to Sahaj today because you're leaving now.
Can you stop with that?
In 1.5 hours you are leaving and look at
And
our
we're gonna
viewers
miss
here.
you.
I'm very
so
sad.
upset.
Yeah, they're very sad.
I'm
Can you say
Express
why you
your
are
sad-
express why you are sad that Tanya is going?
Yeah, maybe we can give her a mic.
My mic hai?
That's very sweet of you, by the way. Thank
No,
you.
but we have Vijeta here who has traveled from Australia, which is so nice with her 2 kids.
Yes.
It's always amazing to hear, of course, Sagar, Amrita, and Tanya is just brilliant with her commentary, and I can see the whole chat is going. No, their crying emoji is going,
Crying
floating
emoji,
around.
guys.
Yes, Tanya, please don't go. So,
That's very
please, if you
sweet.
can.
Entire chat is going hashtag Tanya please don't go.
We should sign a petition.
Hashtag ये वाला चल रहा है.
I'll start it.
We will sign a petition. We'll sign a petition.
No, I am very. I wish
you.
I could stay, but due to some unforeseen reasons, I have to go back. And but my heart will be here in Goa.
No ways.
सहज को रोको भाई कोई. सहज को रोको.
Okay, guys, we will.
Actually, Tanya को रोकना है ना.
Sahaj तो इधर ही है, वो कहीं नहीं जा रहा है.
All right, so C6, Sindarov still hasn't played Queen E2. Did I say, yeah, Sahaj still hasn't played Queen E2 or did I say Sindarov still hasn't played?
So let's go to the other game, Wei Yi versus Esipenko. Like we are.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
अरे आज भी long castle.
We have this very cool line that we used to see Vishy Anand playing against the Petrov back in the early 2010s and so on, where you go knight c3 here, trade, and then you are going basically getting the bishop out, queen d2 and long castling. And
But pawn structure is the same as the other game, yeah? But
Oh,
now
wow.
the kings are on different sides and we are going to see such different plans, how it all changes. It's beautiful.
And also in such positions, black can also go long castle here. So Wei then has a choice between short castling or long castling.
वो long castle ही करेगा. Who's going to take Wei's attack? I mean, king side
No,
attack.
Wei is...
Esipenko's
Oops,
yeah.
Esipenko's attack. Okay, black doesn't want the h4, g4 kind of stuff.
किसी को अटैक नहीं चाहिए शॉर्ट कैसल. नो अटैक तो एक्चुअली दोनों साइड से आ रहा है. लॉन्ग कैसल में बिशप b5, शॉर्ट कैसल में h4.
Which will be the faster attack according to you? Like if-
दोनों dangerous. I really don't like this position from either side.
I
Actually,
agree,
I never wanted to study this from either side, to be honest.
But it
because
looks more unpleasant for black, right? Because of what you pointed out. You're just not sure where you want to put your king. It's not looking safe on either flank.
Yeah, and absolute main difference is that the pawn on d6 makes the space issues over there, whereas for white the d open file, e open file, it kind of may help on the king side attack if black short castles.
And the thing is, right, this pawn structure that you earlier highlighted, in an endgame it would be a weakness, but in the middle game it gives you these open access as you're pointing out. So a double-edged sword, also black can never really capture this pawn. It looks like it's hanging. Let's say over here.
I was going to ask that
Let's
question.
ask,
Bishop
let's ask.
a2.
Bishop a2, white to play here.
And
Does anyone want to try this, guys? What do you play here with the white pieces?
though
Fisher's pass की game 1, yeah?
b3. Okay,
B3,
he got it.
well
B3.
done.
Though in some cases you have to keep the calculation going on with a5, king b2, a4, and you know there's some sacrifice ideas, but here it's too less of pieces for black.
Yeah, it still works, and this is the mousetrap, the poison pawn. You can't pick it up. And Sahaj, you were mentioning the World Championship match in Game 1. Fischer actually did take a poison pawn in an endgame. It was a pawn on H2, and his bishop was trapped after G3 and went on to lose that game.
Yeah, very
one of
famous
the most
endgame.
shocking moments in World Championship history, one of them.
I think it turned out in the analysis that maybe the position was drawn after all, so Fischer's choice was not that bad, but over the board he couldn't find all the defenses and he lost.
But went on to be world champion anyway.
Yes. And he's still remembered till date as one of the greats of our sport, the absolute 3. We have Aloise here giving a final goodbye to Tanya because she will be leaving us today, going back to the...
Bhai, 10 बारी एक ही बारी में बोल के खत्म करो आप. But I did see that you were recording a very nice interview with Aloise by the pool.
Oh, you were there?
No, I wasn't. I was sitting and eating, but I watched you record.
Sagar, but she was packing because she's leaving.
Yeah.
Bas karo, bhai. Bas karo.
Yeah, and Aloise, yeah, exactly. I mean, he's such
properly
a
ragged
nice...
by the panel today. Not fair, guys. But yeah, Amrita, you were
No,
saying.
he's such a nice commentator. Everybody loved him when he was there, earlier. Tomorrow also he will be joining us for some time.
Oh, wow. Because Tanya is going.
Yeah. Bichare yaar.
So guys, Queen D7 khela gaya hai, keeping the castle flexible. Very interesting point raised by Uni Tattoo in chat. Uni Tattoo ji bol rahe hain that someone will blunder today because of pressure. And I think that actually you cannot understate the nerves that the players are feeling at this stage. Suddenly so close to what is sort of the ultimate dream, making it to the candidates. And for these 4 players, probably not something that was on their agenda 21 days ago. When the tournament started, for all these 4 players, getting to this stage was a very far off, almost a sort of an impossibility because there were so many roadblocks along the way. And yet here they are, within sight, within reach are those 3 candidate spots. And can you imagine, after all that they've endured, the physical, mental, emotional toll the tournament has taken so close to your goal, what their psychological mindset is right now?
I think there are 2 ways to take this situation, right? One mindset could be that you say, oh, there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of stress. The other one could be that, oh, we didn't even think we would get here, so I'm just enjoying myself now. It could also be a way to think.
But there's another thing also to add to what you said, is that the pressure, if it is too much and they feel like, okay, let it get over, So for that matter, tomorrow's tiebreak, do they want another day, another night, to get into that? Or is Esipenko thinking, no, Wei Yi, rapid and blitz, I don't want to enter into that. Let me try with the white pieces my best. What do you think? Who's going to be more happy in tiebreaks between these 2?
I think both of them are pretty good, yeah. I think both are even in a way that Wei Yi beat Arjun, but Andre Esipenko knocked out Vincent Keimer. So they both have proven themselves in tiebreaks.
No, between each other. I mean, for tomorrow, who is going to be equal?
It's very difficult to choose, yeah.
दोनों जाएंगे नहीं ना tiebreaks में तो. You can see already Sindarov's opponent facing so much pressure.
No, but what do you think about Esipenko and Wei Yi? This position also...
This can go into tiebreaks.
Yeah.
This can, yeah. But the other one, I'm not so sure.
But I think this has a huge probability of going into tiebreaks, but it will be a fight. I think Sindarov with the white pieces is going to avoid trades. He won't, if he has...
Esipenko?
Yeah, sorry, Esipenko. I think if he has the option to keep the game going, he will. Will he take mad amount of risk? I don't think so. Too much on the line. But just, if he finds those small pushes, he will try to provoke something by Wei Yi.
Correct.
Kal he was so relaxed, his body language and all, but today he's in a completely different mode, and I do feel that he is here to, fight it out, not at all thinking of 31st move draw or anything like that.
Yeah, I think you're exactly what you're saying. It's the fighting approach will be there. Sagar, to your earlier point about the approach and the mindset that the players are coming in with today, that you've made it so far, it's already been a success story for you. But let's not forget, for these 4 players, there is this feeling at the back of their mind, having come so far and seeing how close that goal is, that will I ever come this close again now? Will that ever happen? Will I ever get this opportunity again in my life? And suddenly, you're aiming for the stars. You're not thinking about how big of a run you've had. Now you're realistically looking at a shot at the candidates table.
Yeah, true. I mean, if the candidates is one of the main aims in your career, then this is a very stressful moment. And I pretty much think for all these 4 players, it is the most important thing for them. But there are players who have already been to the candidates, played it, and perhaps for them it's not as stressful. But for them, these 4, they have never played it before. So it's quite tense. So right now, Bishop goes back to E2.
It's actually a bit crazy to think about that out of 4 of them, 1 definitely is not making it to the candidates, and that's something you have to live with, you know, for the rest of your life, that I was so close. And that can be a really difficult thing to sort of endure.
I mean, you don't like such a situation emotionally. Last year it was too, no? Like Prague and...
no, last year because Magnus didn't play. So the 4th player got a chance.
Nijat Abbasov.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually such a great point you make. We focus on the 3 who will go through, and we don't know who that will be. But there's also the other side of that coin, right? The definite reality that one of them, having come so close, will have to live with the fact that he was the one who didn't make it.
Correct.
But they all know that it will be one of them, and I do think somewhere subconsciously they are mentally prepared for that.
Well, let's also have a look at the game of Sindarov versus Yakubboev.
But अरे हुआ, बड़ा चीज हुआ, Tanya. Look at the time Sindarov has taken.
Wow.
He's down to 1 hour 18 minutes, which does mean that they are in a fresh position. They know certain ideas, but it's all about recollecting and trying to assess 31st move पे draw करनी है कि नहीं.
No, for sure. But I think Sindarov for sure knows that C6 was not the best move. That is 100%. Like, he has only looked at short castle, it's very obvious. And that was the top move of the engine. And I think in such situations, you sort of remember कि C6 के बाद best move क्या थी white की, but you cannot figure out why. And I think that's why he's taking so much time. I think it's around 15 minutes or so that he's taken on this move itself.
Well
because
said,
he knows this is the crucial moment.
But if he has gone for this opening Sahaj bhai, and you know you had so many deep ideas about it, overall understanding, for sure Sindarov would know that there are a lot of subtleties, correct?
Yeah, for sure. There is as we mentioned, Queen E2 check is a very nice move. Bishop D3 is what I would play, I think. But once you play Bishop D3, it might transpose into the short castle line, but in an inferior version for him. We don't know what Sindarov analyzed after short castle.
Alright guys, I have a question. Bishop D3, the most natural looking move, short castle, white to play.
Ooh, nice. Very nice.
Why does Sahaj want to play Bishop D3?
Masterclass. Tanya और masterclass चाहिए थे यार.
Yes.
मत जा.
Very good. Queen H5. It's a double attack on H7 and C5, and you win a piece.
Yes, or get checkmated. So Bishop D3, a very important square. As long as Black's king stays in the center, White has something to play for, right? The king.
Yeah, I'm actually very curious what Sindarov will come up with here, because if Bishop D3, Black may have to play D5 here, I guess, no?
Trying to challenge that bishop next with F5.
Or just come to E6 to block any checks.
This is already, I think, okay for Black, because if you play Queen H5, you can just go Bishop. You can go H6 or Bishop E6, and I think Black is more or less fine. Not Bishop E6, because I think you have Bishop G5.
Wow.
But
Wow.
Whoa.
Bishop
is that
to
over?
G5.
So there's only one square for the queen.
Queen E5 but Rook E1 then. Rook A1.
Yes.
Danger.
Ooh.
Oh no, it's a mistake.
But okay.
Okay, then Rook F1.
What is Queen D6? Why is this over? I mean, it looks really bad, but I'm just wondering where's the knockout in this position?
You really wanted Rook E6, Queen E6, Rook E1, but right now it's not possible.
Is it Bishop F4? No.
Oh, it could work.
Take and rook
It's
e6.
a nice
Yeah?
idea.
Should we try it?
Yes.
Bar Bhai refuses.
Bishop F2 check,
Ooh.
no?
Yes, bishop F2. Very nice. King takes bishop and then this comes in with a check. So not bishop F4.
Oh, let's try. White to play, guys, over here. And in the chat, while we are thinking, you can also...
Because it's a massive advantage. I mean, and black is... You spot something, Saj?
Bishop F5 looks interesting to me.
Bishop F5, G6.
Yes, G6
Bishop takes G6 आ जाएगा कभी भी G6 खेलोगे तो
FG6?
नहीं हो रहा है क्या?
Bishop F5 because rook takes E6, queen takes rook. No, but it's undefended.
I think I have it.
Okay, wait, you have it, huh?
Yeah, I think you play King F1.
What?
No, then you can't find it. I
You
mean,
see, King F1, the idea is very simple. You cannot you cannot castle long as black. You cannot castle short because there is a checkmate in one. And my idea is simple: rook e6 and rook e1.
But G6 is...
But there's something stronger, Saj. King F1 does give you an advantage, but there's something that almost finishes the game on the spot. This is crazy.
rook E2 then. Maybe rook E1. Just simple.
That also makes sense, Amrita. I like it.
Rook E2.
But G6 को क्या करोगे यार?
Queen H4 or something?
Chat क्या
But
बोल
then
रहा
I
है
can
यार?
castle, right?
That's dangerous.
Chat is also
Chat
trying to
is
figure
saying,
it out. They're also trying to figure out what
Yeah,
is...
it's not easy.
And we guys have no engines on right now. We're trying to work this out because it just blows my mind that the computer gives this such a massive advantage.
B4, bishop B6, C4 perhaps. Is that possible?
D takes C4, bishop takes... that could be an
Ooh,
idea.
B4 is correct.
yes.
Let's go.
Wow.
Now C4.
But C4 is
No,
important actually.
No,
matlab.
actually C4 is bad.
Nahin?
Well, also strong.
We got closer though. B4 is good. What now?
A4 मत बोलो यार बस.
No. Seconded.
Not easy, guys. Not easy.
Okay, going to cheat.
Bishop G6 chat was also saying, but problem is if G6 हो रहा है guys.
What? Saj, it's insane what the computer says here.
King F1?
It's actually exactly your idea, but you just start with boom bam. Rook takes bishop, queen takes rook, and now king F1.
Oh wow, that's really, really pretty. Yeah?
It's so beautiful because white, it's unstoppable to...
No wait, bishop C7, rook E1, bishop E5.
But then you just go F4 and at least win the... Or bishop F4 and just win the bishop.
Yeah. So what was the difference if you first play king F1 in that case?
No, but why not G6 here first?
G6. Queen H6.
Queen H6, yeah.
Stopping castle. And if you go king D7, then just rook E1, rook E7.
Yeah.
Wow. So king D7, running away, you go rook E1. And the best move here is to give up the queen.
And rook E7, for that reason, I think B4 was very important to push that bishop to B6.
So if the bishop is here, you don't have control of the E7 square. But this is the crazy part about engines, right? B4, to think and to understand this from a human perspective at the start of the line, so difficult.
No, it's not possible to find on the board. Like, I think it's very tough. But even one question, Tanya, over there, if you can just show me, if king F1 first, what was the problem? Because you still have the same threat of rook takes E6 and rook E1.
The line
I mean,
was
B4, bishop E6 and king F1.
D5.
bishop D3, D5.
Queen H5.
H6 or bishop E6? No, it was.
Bishop E6, bishop G5 was a problem, right?
Queen
Oh, that's
E5,
the line.
yeah.
And this is what we were looking at.
He just played something.
Yeah, B4, bishop E6 and
No, he
king
didn't. He
F1.
took his hand back.
He
Sindarov.
was, the hand was on
about-
the queen though.
Yes, I think he might be about to play queen E2 check.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the live board, guys. We are looking at bishop D3, but it looks like Sindarov's looking at queen E2 check.
Or could be queen H5
Or
also.
queen H5. Actually, also looks very good.
The cameras are adjusted so well. ऐसा लग रहा है बाजू-बाजू बैठे हैं.
But I think the tough thing
not
is after
really.
queen E2 check, black queen E7 खेलेगा तो
हाँ.
फिर भी queen H5 ढूंढना है आपको. That's
Actually,
very tough.
what do you think about this camera
Yeah.
angle? I think it's very interesting, but to me, it's a bit disorienting. ऐसे, I'm so used to seeing both
Let's have a
players on
side
one.
angle also and ask chat whichever they
Haan,
like.
chat,
Because
what
they
do you
have to
think?
look at it more.
Is this the angle of play that you prefer or the one where you can see both players sitting on their side? This is the second one.
Maybe
So
we can
right-
also ask the
this is
audience
the
over
first.
here. Do you
So-
like the side angle or do you like the
and also in,
this angle?
in chat you can for this one type 1, for the other one type 2, for this one type 2. Which one do you prefer?
Yeah, how many for type 1 over here?
Type 1
Can
is
you
this.
raise your hands? सब बोल रहे कि कुछ भी चलेगा.
Chat's
Chat
also
तो
mixed.
बोल रही है 1 1 1 2 2 1 2 2
There is
2
one
1.
message by Bikel who says, I like the angle where Tanya stays till the end of the World Cup.
Oh, amazing.
That would be the right angle, but
What is very interesting is Tanya, it's like a 50-50 thing. People are loving both, which is nice because we can have two different.
can
Because I
switch.
otherwise like this angle the better. It's more real.
I also prefer this angle. I like 1. If I was in chat, I'd press 1.
Yes.
What about you, Saj?
This one seems more natural, yeah?
ऐसे imagine अगर आप ऐसे क्रिकेट देख रहे हो और फिर एक शॉट बैटर का है और दूसरा बॉलर का है तो फिर ऐसे थोड़ा कंफ्यूज
होता है कभी-कभी. They do it like when the bowler is taking a run up, then they'll show half screen and half screen.
So it's good to have that option.
Good to have.
But I like the full view.
Like here you can't see their expression so well, but you can see the board well. In the other one you can see their expressions very well. So when it's like really you want to see them.
Time pressure.
जैसे क्वीन की तरफ हाथ लिया वापस ले रहा है he's hesitating but right now about to give a check. Oh no.
He goes queen h5.
Very nice also because it hits the bishop.
No, but a check was important, right? For
They're
the
saying
slide.
भाई पोल में
This
डालो
thing,
ऐसे
pressure.
तो समझ नहीं आएगा.
Let me put a poll.
So Sagar is going to put the poll. Remember, this is 1 is the one that we have right now. So he's going to put which
Another
angle.
interesting thing is Uni Tattoo is saying कि maybe 1 towards the end of the game. और बीच में उनके expression ज़्यादा देखने का. That's also
Good suggestion. So this is 1 and the one where we have the close-up shot of the players is 2. भाई सागर भाई को रोको कोई.
बराबर देखा है.
अच्छा सहज भाई लेकिन Queen h5 हो गया है board पे. So what do you
So,
think right now
chat-
if your prediction still stays the same?
Tell us which angle you'd like to
I
see and we
think so,
change
yeah.
that.
I think it feels the same to me. Although there is a very interesting tactic I see on the board, and I had to figure out why it's not working. Because after queen h5, Amrita, black can play d5, but it looks dangerous because there is queen takes d5.
Whoa. And so
But
easy to
actually
No,
not
but it's a
working.
double attack. Bishop d7 आ जाएगा ना, and then
But the
you.
bishop मर रहा है ना, तो I'll just move the bishop back to a4. But somehow it's not working for white. Black
Because
has
b5, right? Bishop a4, b5?
that bishop takes b5 again, no?
Oh.
Wow, PP on the PP.
And you can't take the bishop because
So,
rook is hanging.
This is very cool.
So cool.
So many pins.
But apparently after bishop a4, black can just castle. Then it's fine. It makes
But you're
no
a pawn
sense.
down. It can't
Yeah.
be practically fine. So let's say short castle over here.
You have to go queen d4 and then a5, supposedly. And black is fine. Even though black is
So
just
what's
a
the
pawn
line,
down.
Sahaj? Tell me again. d5.
Queen d5, bishop
Yes.
e7, queen a4, bishop a4,
Yes.
and short castle.
Even a5 works actually here.
Okay, but
And
white
queen
has an
d4.
extra pawn.
Yeah, but
Queen
queen,
D-
d4 and just a5. The black is supposedly fine here.
Because you have this huge threat of just trapping the bishop. So I have to fight it. Let's say I go a3.
Still you'll go b5, bishop b3, a4, or is it too committal?
Black can just play something like queen
आके
g6.
छुप जाओ कोने में. Up a pawn.
Nice.
Queen g6 or something, and black is just fine. You just play a pawn down.
But I
That's
think
it.
black would be very happy. No, white would be happy for practical play over here. Because exactly one mistake and white is the one having that extra pawn in the bag ऐसा मस्त लेके
But
घूम
it's
रहा
this
है.
pawn formation, right? 4 versus 3. It's the least ideal pawn
But
formation.
c4 break आ जाएगा तो फिर it's
If
not.
So,
successfully.
so
yeah.
guys, if we go back with all this analysis, I think the move d5 by Yakubboev looks unlikely.
Yes.
Because in a way to assess everything accurately after queen takes pawn is not easy.
हाँ भाई, candidates का spot is on the line और ऐसे free में pawn दे देना दिल धक धक तो करेगा.
Correct. And by the way, in the poll, guys, please read the question of the poll. Don't just vote for 1 and 2.
What is it's the angle?
You know,
This
Sagar
is
bhai, that's exactly what I did.
You just did one.
I just read. I just said कि मेरे को one ही चाहिए था.
अरे, that's why the poll is going very.
क्या यार सागर और सब one बोल रहे हैं क्या?
सबने पढ़ा नहीं ठीक से. They just went.
पोल के वक्त हमेशा ऐसा रखना रहता है. साइड एंगल
दिल से बुरा लगता है.
सामने का एंगल.
Okay, so Queen H5 attacking the
तो
bishop.
बुरा दिल से ही लगेगा ना और किससे लगेगा?
दिमाग से भी तो लग सकता है.
नहीं,
But
दिमाग
दिल से
को
जब
बुरा नहीं
लगता है,
लगता कभी.
Emotions
दिमाग
दिल
को
में.
इमोशनल नहीं है.
Correct. पर जब दिल से बुरा लगता है ऐसे तो that means that actually में लगता है ना.
नहीं तो बुरा लगता है मतलब.
जैसे मैं कह रही हूँ मैं दिल्ली जा रही हूँ मेरे को बुरा लग रहा है.
ये मतलब एक्चुअली बुरा नहीं लग रहा है.
ये बुरा आपको दिल से लग रहा है दिमाग से लग रहा है?
Okay, interesting
But,
conversation.
okay, so black cannot play d5 here, yeah?
Yes, I think you can. Even if you can play, it's not something you play as a human ever at this stage of the tournament.
Yeah. So maybe d6.
Yeah. d6 makes a lot of sense here, and then the bishop is truly hanging. So bishop d3.
And now only move for black. It's okay, not a difficult one. Considering you have this bishop g5 and rook e1 check as a threat.
h6.
Yeah, black has to play h6.
So bishop d3, h6, stopping bishop g5, and black is actually one move away from safety, right?
Yeah. So you could play bishop d2.
Okay.
Castles.
I would go castle
Rook
in the
a e1.
Castles is already like a bit worse for you, yeah?
But it's natural.
It's okay, but it's a natural move, yeah. We have to check it because it's such a human move. So rook e1, you're saying Sahaj, and you just want to go f4, f5, but पहले तो pin हटाना होगा.
I was saying king h1 and f4, f5,
Okay.
but rook e1, h4 also works. Rook e1, what do you play?
I'm not sure.
My idea is rook e4 next. Like it's not so simple, I think.
Crazy bhai, if this position white is able to create something. आप सो रहे हो क्या?
No, no.
आंखें क्यों
He
बंद
was
हैं?
reading the
I was
chat.
trying to sort of visualize this, how to attack. But yeah, it's actually quite tricky, yeah, this position.
You know what? Shall we move to Esipenko's
Yes.
game because long castle हो चुका है. Black has
Wow.
said, "Bhai, no attack from king side," and now once again, how do we deal with this?
White can play knight d4 here, and knight takes, queen takes के बाद we literally have the exact same structure as the previous game.
With only the bishops as the minors remaining.
Yeah.
But you're coming in with a double attack, Sahaj. So I'm not sure if I would want to take that knight.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair.
Why
We
would I?
have rook g8 and rook g2 if I take on g7.
It feels a bit 8-7 hanging. Feels a bit like it requires calculation.
Also, bishop g3 might trap the rook, yeah?
Yes.
That's another great point.
So after knight d4, but the point is he's threatening bishop b5. That's his idea.
Or bishop f3.
Tricky. Or
Bishop
f3.
I mean, one very nice idea in such positions is to take the bishop on e6, like knight e6, fe6, and you just bring your bishop back to e3 and you play for double bishops, which is a slight advantage here, I think.
So actually here, in a way, if you see, Wei-Esipenko and Wei Yi have both castle long, and it looks like a very even position, but this very slight edge for the white pieces being active is what is causing black some troubles right now. And when you play the move, let's say knight d4, then it's already a question because taking looks dangerous with this double attack. Not at all easy here.
Yeah.
Yeah, white looks very pleasant.
तो ये वाले में Wei-Esipenko looking in good position. He was in good position even yesterday with black against Wei Yi. He's showing why he is, meant to be in the semifinals. He's showing his mettle here. Wow, what a day, yeah. This could very well be a day where one of the players moves into the finals and it would be so big.
Yeah, if even one game goes to candidates, let's say, क्या ही आज मतलब we'll
Huge.
get a new player.
So in the candidates, again, 8 spots, 5 are pretty much booked. 4, 100%. Prague, practically there, but technically not there yet. But for all practical reasons, he's in. These are the last 3 spots, and it's possible that one of those 3 gets filled today.
You know, I also read
Well,
that
actually,
Prag is
yes.
playing an open event.
London Chess Classic.
London Chess Classic.
And he's playing, there's I think a Grandmaster event also happening there.
Yeah.
Which is a closed
David
event.
Howell is playing there.
Isn't Firouzja playing there?
I think
I
so.
think so.
Yeah.
And Prag could very easily play in that, but he needs an open event in his FIDE circuit. So he is
has
playing
that
open
and
tournament.
Doha also.
Hmm.
Yes, because
You
he
know-
needs 2 events.
You know, the first and the only time I played Prag in a classical match was in London Classic in the
Oh.
last round, where he won the tournament. I mean, it was in 2019. I
big
don't think he
move.
has played it since that event. Yeah.
You know, every move that Esipenko is playing right now, like look at this, whether accurate or not, it gives out the signal that he's ambitious. Knight g5.
I was actually looking at this move, knight g5. I liked it, but then when I saw knight d4, it was so much better than this move.
But the thing is, Amrita, this guarantees that you're getting a bishop pair. That's the minimum guarantee, right?
So a question here, black might be happier with trading the dark square bishop and wanting to keep the light square, let's say.
So bishop takes knight, bishop takes bishop, and let's say you put it on the open file. It's an open position, and I do feel that there's something. Bishop will come to f3, rook will come to e1. How much is it? I'm not sure, but starts to look very pleasant for white.
Yeah, I like these positions for white. Maybe better is to give the other bishop. So if we go back, knight g5.
Wait.
Yeah.
Tactics.
Okay.
Tactics. Bishop g5, rook e8.
Yes.
Now white plays king b1 in this position. Black to play for the audience and the chat.
Oh, nice. Very nice. King b1 is such a natural move. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the move you want to make every time you go long castle. Take a pause, make the king safe. Super tactics.
Does anyone want to guess?
Actually,
Black
not
to play?
Cool, yeah,
not so
very
easy.
nice. Why? Double attack.
Yes, actually.
Very cool tactic.
I myself haven't found it.
Actually.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Bishop takes a2 check.
And what's the follow-up? क्योंकि piece दे दिया आपने. Very well done.
Nice.
Well done,
Yeah,
well done.
Because E2 पे ध्यान नहीं जा रहा था. That is true. It wasn't very easy.
By the
Good
way,
tactic.
we have a super chat here by Gaurav Garg. Thank you so much. Says, please explain all the permutations and combinations of candidates which Indians have qualified and certain of qualifying. I think in the women, we have 3 Indians who have qualified, Divya, Hampi and Vaishali. So they'll play in the candidates. But in the open, we haven't had anyone who has qualified yet. The only one who seems to have a chance is Pragnananda. Very good chance, I must say, because in the FIDE circuit, he's leading heavily. But apart from Prag, it's unlikely that anyone qualifies unless Arjun decides to sort of win all the tournaments that he plays, including World Rapid and Blitz, and something happens there, there is an outside chance for him. But Prag, very likely.
But I mean, even if Arjun wins, then he would take Prag's spot.
Yeah,
Correct.
exactly.
Yes. There's going to be only one Indian this candidates because we will have 3 players from here. We already have 4 who are decided. That is Hikaru, Fabi, Anish and Matthias Bluebaum. 3 from here, that's 7, and that leaves just 1 spot.
And that is the FIDE Circuit 2025 spot. So that's why it's not a completely confirmed one, as some tournaments are still remaining until the 31st of December, which both Norderbeck as well as, no, Norderbeck or Vincent Keimer, who was the player who's fighting for the candidate spot after Matthias and Anish?
Yeah, I think it was Vincent.
Vincent Keimer. And I think Norderbeck is also very close to that spot. There's a huge difference between Prague and Norderbeck and Vincent, but Norderbeck and Vincent are very close to each other in that candidates race. So almost a 50-point difference. I don't see anyone making the distance. I actually think that Prague goes through, but we can't confirm it yet.
Yeah.
I think it will be on the last day of the World Blitz Championship.
I remember in 2023 when the World Rapid and Blitz was happening in Uzbekistan. At that point already Prague had qualified through World Cup, Vidit had qualified through Grand Swiss, and Gukesh had done very well at Chennai Grand Masters. And so there was this big screen where all the Indian youngsters were watching the screen because Anish had a chance to overtake Gukesh if he managed to win that game. Like he had to win a series of games. And so they were all looking at the screen, and then when Anish lost that game or drew it and had no longer chance of finishing in top 3, then everyone congratulated Gukesh at that point because he finally made it. So it was like on the last day of the World Rapid, like that.
Yeah, and we're going to have a similar storyline this time as well. But one thing is for sure that India will have, if we do, only one candidate this time. We had 3.
Totally 4 we can say. 3 in the women, 1 here.
Yes, in the open.
So in the open 1. So if anyone wants to go to Cyprus, you can root for 4 players there.
And candidates is happening together this year.
Yes.
So
even last year it was together. 2024 in Toronto, it was together. I was there. So yeah, it's nice that they hold these 2 events together.
Yes.
If you want to go to Cyprus, get a visa though. वो भूल जाएंगे.
March 2026, I think 28th of March is when it starts. So book your tickets or look into it right now. 1 Indian not guaranteed, but 1 Indian most likely in the open, 3 in the women. It's going to be an amazing March.
Absolutely. And Tanya, I want to ask a question over here. Okay, the Black Knight wants to go somewhere. It doesn't want to be on C6 where the C3 pawn is controlling D4 and B4. So if he goes to knight E5, a quick question to the audience over here. Can Black take the pawn on A7?
Can White go bishop takes
bishop
pawn,
takes
bishop
A7.
A7?
Let's continue the question. Bishop A7, what should Black play? Very quickly, yeah, go on. Huh? Okay,
Trapping
who
the
else?
bishop.
The problem
So
with
B6, it's a nice suggestion, but there is something wrong with it. I think that's where Amruta was trying to trick you.
Yes, huge if true. B6, White to play. Very nice.
Exactly.
Bishop A6 is a checkmate, and you know it could be a hand move because normally when you take the pawn, you make B6.
What a spot, Amrita. But there is something strong.
Yes, I know that. And can we ask the chat?
One more time.
What to do, guys? Here,
Black
to play instead of B6.
Yeah.
Sometimes knowing themes and patterns can backfire as well if you don't look at the position with a fresh eye. What do you do with a fresh eye?
How do you
Black
have
to
a
play?
fresh eye? मुंह पे पानी मारना है.
Very
Queen
nice.
A4. Well done, guys.
And once again, a double attack. Queen takes pawn coming in. And that queen would be an absolute beast. So Black doing very well after this. But Amrita, that was actually a really nice spot. Because B6 is a reflex action in chess.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I was also wondering कि ये कैसे चल रहा है, ये कैसे नहीं चल रहा है. It is cool. So a lot of tactics here, and no way this game is going for a draw. At least as of now, I don't even think they are thinking in that direction.
So actually, in fact, Wei Yi did give up the dark squared bishop after knight G5 and pushed this bishop back. And this is where we are. It does look like White has got a little something out of the opening, right? You've got this pressure on this A7 pawn. You've got the bishop pair right now. Moves feel quite easy. Rook E1, bishop F3 next.
Also H4, H5.
H4, H5, another idea. And maybe rook
Nice.
H4 and you'll come like this.
Harshit Raja going आगे.
वो तो है भाई. वो तो off the board भी हो रहा है.
Were you guys together yesterday? Like all of you?
We went for dinner.
Oh,
yeah,
where?
we had very nice dinner.
आप और अमृता क्यों नहीं आते हो कभी? ऐसा क्या चल रहा है?
The thing is that
सारा टाइम तो साथ में रहते हो, कभी-कभी हमारे साथ भी
नहीं
रह लिया
साथ
करो.
नहीं रहते
It's
हैं, हम
not
लोग
about
अलग अलग
साथ.
कुछ करें. बाहर जाने को काफी एनर्जी जाता है यार.
It's like it's a routine, yeah. For many days you go, you're doing like some videos, certain stuff, then get up in the morning, then do again.
He तो will never go, no doubt. मतलब कोई rest day पे भी
Or
I
maybe
think
I
even
would go, but if it was near, you guys go too far off
15 minutes आ गए.
by
yeah,
car.
that's too far.
Okay,
तो
so
वैसे आज अगर आप लोग जा रहे हो तो all of you together then I can join, but unfortunately आज
अच्छा ये इसके लिए था मैं वही सोचा कि कैसे ही saying somebody in the chat was like please let us know the permutation and combinations how Tanya can stay here you know that
guys,
way.
दिल से मैं यहीं पे रहूंगी. My heart, my
दिमाग
mind.
से नहीं हो.
I mean, दिल होता भी क्या ही है. So.
वाह.
wow.
No, what matters is the brain. At the end of it, heart is just an organ.
What
right?
happens is, I mean, what matters is
No,
your flight
that's
times,
a,
yeah?
but that's a questionable thing. Heart is not just an organ.
Is it not?
No, it is connected with the
With your
brain,
flight times.
and actually the heart-brain neurons is a new study that we will get into that later. But
So, do
then
you
it's all
think
the
emotions
consciousness.
are guided by the organ that is the heart?
Yes, I mean emotions are guided by many of the things, not just the heart, but every cell is in the body is kind of
मुझे लगता है
active.
it's all in the mind.
Can
Oh,
we
sorry.
now go to
Let's go
Sindarov
full
versus
screen and have this
Nordirbeck?
conversation
कभी
later.
तो बंद होगा, but this conversation was going
Tanya,
deeper
I'm
and
just so
deeper.
curious. यार कभी मेरे से भी मिल ले ना. तू बाहर जाती है, मेरे को नहीं बोलती है यार. Let's spend some
कुछ
time
भी,
together.
every night we ask these two to come for dinner with us. इनका कुछ तो चालू रहता है.
So
पता
black
नहीं
has
क्या
an only move here, by the way.
G6,
What's that?
right?
That is not G6. That is
Oh.
insane. I mean, I think this move is very difficult.
Because
Bishop
Bishop
E6?
G5 is a threat.
Yeah,
So-
huge
yeah, yeah,
threat.
yeah.
H6, no?
H6 only move in
Wow,
this
I want to
position.
show that. Like, let's say black is just a little cash and takes the eye of the ball for a second. Says, bhai, make a long castle prepare karna hai. And your point, bishop g5, and actually you lose the queen because you have to place the queen on the e line. And after this, just either of the two rooks to
I just
e
have a
file.
question. Is that his actual username?
What?
Is that him?
Who?
Oh.
Where?
Oh yeah, we do
He
have.
changed, yeah. He's from being Harshit Raja.
Yeah,
he
he
has
was
become
Harshit
GM
Raja.
Raja 69.
Why
Harshit
did he
Raja.
change his
Flex
name?
by flex.
On YouTube.
So bishop g5 rook e1 is a big threat, which is why h6 is the move. I mean, that does make sense. It's a prophylactic
Yeah,
move.
I think he'll play it.
Because you are stopping your opponent's threat. That's why you'll find.
He's about to make his move. Can we go full screen on Nordirbeck Yakubboev? Because, guys, look at the times on the clock. This game has been more tense than yesterday. It always happens. The second game is generally more intense because you have the possibility of losing and just getting knocked out. This time, it's not a knockout. You will play for the third
By
spot.
glitch. Glitch ho gaya.
Yeah.
Matrix mein.
There's some glitch there. And Amruta would love to have a coffee, sir, just in case, if it is
अच्छा.
possible.
जोर से बोल सकता है क्या?
That's very sweet. सागर ऐसे telepathy हो गया दोनों के बीच में.
नहीं नहीं
She
मैंने
was
ऐसा
trying to
किया.
call there, so.
पर तुम्हें कैसे पता she was calling for coffee?
She wrote on the group also.
ठीक है भाई मैं brownie points दिलवा रही थी
वही
तुमको
तो.
like a good wingman here.
You were
Like,
trying your
She was
best,
very
but
sweet, yeah.
you know, I am
messed
not
it
that
up,
good.
as
Yeah.
usual.
Spoiler.
Sagar.
Spoiler.
But guys, 1 second. So h6 has been played on the board, stopping bishop g5. अब क्या? You know, till the king is in the center, ऐसे सांस लेने में थोड़ा सा तो stress होता है. Because you feel you're one move away from safety. Can white ensure
Actually,
you don't castle?
Tanya, सांस लेने में stress दिल्ली में भी होता है.
Right, that is true. That is a good one, Sagar Shah.
So, like, firstly, if white goes bishop, wait, he
Oh,
plays bishop
what?
e3?
Yes, on the board.
Oh,
Wow.
that's what I was going to
That's
discuss
done.
because actually here bishop takes bishop is a blunder by black.
Actually, Sindarov forcing Yakubboev to make only moves,
Let's ask chat. Pawn takes bishop, and let's say I just move my queen to e7, keeping f7 defended. White to play chat.
Wow. Guys, let's go for it. What do you play as white? White to move.
You got this. You can do this.
Oh, update नहीं हो
But
रहा उधर.
दिल की मत सुनना, दिमाग की सुनना.
उधर update नहीं हुआ था.
कहाँ?
वहाँ पे update नहीं हुआ वो. Screen पे update नहीं
Oh,
हुआ.
why is this not coming through, Sagar?
Which one?
This on that.
Maybe we have to share it again, yeah?
Guys, we're just getting the position on our board.
And meanwhile, he is already going for
Wow.
G6, so he's not falling for the trick.
But we'll
And
show it. We'll
chat
show it.
is finding. Amazing. Did anyone find over here? Blindfold, if you are able to visualize.
Actually, it was a difficult thing.
Yeah,
to
it
do
is difficult, but try to think.
I think we haven't had a move yet. I think he was going for the G pawn, which is the best move in the position. And once he plays G6, I think the position would have become completely equal. There was a nice trick, I think, by Sindarov, but sadly it does not work.
I think we should have the board now. Can we have it? Yes.
Yes.
So white to play. What's a good move here?
Let's go. Let's go.
Guys, think about Gotham chess. Think about his favorite piece. Oh, which
But
is
also Tanya's.
Wow.
Arey,
Well
so
done.
many little kids over here. How old are you? 9. And what about you guys?
10. And
It was-
Cyrus, you are 12. So we have like really 9, 10,
Amazing.
11. It's amazing to have all of you here.
And we all are also feeling the same, young at heart. So we are also 9 and 10.
And what a construction. Queen, bishop, queen, king. Really nicely done, guys.
Bishop G6.
So bishop e3 would have been a massive blunder. Doesn't happen. Instead, black still on the think. And nodded back both pe nahi dekh rahe hain. But he's looking at the DGT screen on top, amused by
About to
something
play.
that
He
sees.
plays G6.
Best move.
Wow.
Superb.
Best move there. Nodirbek Abdusattarov saying, Yakubboev saying that it's not going to be easy to get an advantage against me. And this is the thing about classical chess. Why many people say that it's tough to win, because when these players invest time, they are able to decode the best move. But imagine if this was rapid and they had only 20 minutes, then perhaps they could decode 1 or 2 right moves. By that time, they would go down on the clock and then they couldn't. So I think chess mein accuracy is not just a function of your skill, but also a function of the time left on the clock.
Very beautifully
And
said.
it's the differentiator between strong players and the absolute elite in the world, that they are able to consecutively and consistently produce best moves for an extended period of time, sometimes even with little time on the clock. While players in lower strength collapse or crack under pressure much quicker.
Actually related with the time, even life may be वैसा ही है ना?
कैसा है बताना?
So Sania, how many times have you missed your flight?
Actually none.
No.
0.
Don't
First
tell
time
me.
for everything, no?
Yeah, there is, but not tonight.
आज है तानिया.
क्या
वो
बोल दिया
permutation. Crazy man, but
Yeah.
really Tanya, she's not.
And
Okay,
I
but
am
now
that-
make your point, no,
Yeah.
Amruta? What was your point?
उसका ही
point नहीं बना सकती वो, क्योंकि I've never missed a flight.
तुम बोलो ना 2
Oh,
बार.
I've missed my flight 4 times.
नहीं, I forgot the point, but anyway, फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
Can't point out the point anymore.
तानिया ने मुझे कोई अलग ही दुनिया में मतलब ऐसे शॉक दे दिया. I couldn't believe so much she has
And I think
traveled
you're
actually.
Yeah, you're surprised because we travel like so many times, take flights, and I'm always ऐसे on the dot. ऐसे कभी
But
जल्दी भी
Tanya,
नहीं पहुंच-
एक चीज I remember. Your laptop was stolen, right, when you were traveling in a train?
Yes.
Once you had slept off or something.
I was looking the other way. My laptop was भैया हंस क्या रहे हो यार, अभी भी बुरा लगता है उसके बारे
बताओ जरा ये
में.
story.
तो I was playing in Hungary at that time and we were traveling. I was with my mom. We were on a train. और होता है ना, the
Hungary.
compartment is ऊपर. Oh yeah.
This
Shout out.
happened in Hungary.
This did. And the compartment for the luggage is ऊपर. We were facing this side and our bag was थोड़ा पीछे on that side. But also there was this, just felt like it felt quite safe. I think we were just talking, had sat in the train first 10 minutes, and I was like, I should get my laptop out. I had time. I'll be like, I'll check out my lines and all. Tournament was about to start from the next day or the next to next day. And I look up, I try to find, I don't see my bag anymore. And it's just gone. And I'm about to play a closed GM tournament. And I've lost my laptop. before the tournament starts.
Did you do well in that tournament?
I didn't make my norm in that one. I have 2 norms. They're not from that tournament, but it went okay, not great. I survived without too much damage, but that sinking feeling that you get at that moment, it was quite bad. But I've done something even more ridiculous, guys. Quickly, I'll tell you.
Yes,
Super
I would
quickly.
love to know.
Would you? Are you sure?
No, I was going to talk more on that sinking feeling, how that felt and how you overcame it, but maybe...
No, this one's crazy because this just happened very recently, a few months ago. So I have a laptop bag where all my important stuff is, like my preparation laptop. Let's say I'm going to a cold country. I was traveling for Norway Chess earlier this year. This is a story from May of 2025. I'm going to Norway Chess, checked in, was sitting in the lounge, and my laptop bag, which is a trolley, is in front of me. And I have my handbag, which I keep it on the table. I'm on a call at that time. And I've got about an hour to kill. So I'm sitting, doing my own thing, eating, and I'm going for Norway Chess. Okay, really strong event.
24
I'm doing
or 25?
25 this year.
Oh, just now.
Just a few months ago. I'm doing commentary there, and this is my laptop that has all my preparation. And a lot of preparation for commentary. Also, it's just my heart, my laptop. So they announce after 1.5 hours, they're like, okay, flight time, have to go. I pick up my handbag, I'm on the call, and I just walk out of the lounge. I walk out of the lounge, I walk all the way to my boarding gate. I meet Humpy there. I keep the phone off, I'm chatting with Humpy. My handbag is with me. Time to board the flight. Humpy and I board the flight. We get in. I'm on a different seat, she's on a different seat. Chilling, chilling, chilling. We land into Frankfurt.
Crazy.
I get up. And I'm like, time to open the overhead locker, take out my trolley bag. And the moment I get up to open the overhead locker, I can't remember where I've placed my laptop bag.
Kya baat hai?
And that feeling, bhai sab gir gaya.
Mic drop.
ये क्या हो गया?
Oh my goodness.
What a time.
I love this. Let's have it now for a while. It's
I have
so
no
cool.
idea how that happened.
That was very chaotic.
That was goosebumps.
Oh my goodness. I love this
What
moment.
happened to the queen?
And why is it still there like
No,
that?
she's
How
trying
to
to
correct
listen to
it?
Tanya's story a little more, carefully.
That
That's
was
why she
literally
changed the
me. That was
direction.
my
No, the
feeling.
queen on F6 is Tanya and the rook on A8 is the laptop.
Okay, wait. Okay, we're back.
Oh, wow.
So I get up, I remember that I don't have my trolley bag. It has been left behind in Delhi, in that lounge, with all my winter clothes.
You remember that, yeah?
Yeah, because at that moment I realized that I never carried it with me from that lounge. I'd just forgotten it. My flight to Oslo is in 45 minutes. I break down. I have a proper breakdown at the airport.
Oh, wow.
Call up people who I can, don't know what to do. Take my flight, did the tournament without my laptop. Luckily, the story has a good ending that my parents were able to go to the airport, retrieve the bag, and the laptop got back home. But yeah, I did Norway Chess without stuff.
Wow.
I had to go. The good part, I had to go shop for quite a few things. But stuff.
Did you buy a new laptop or?
No, but I bought a lot of new winter clothes. And Chess.com gave me a laptop to work with. So story ended well. But that moment when I realized that I've left my laptop at the airport.
That you realize that badbad nahi karna hai whenever you meet somebody or whenever you are on the call, yeah?
Amrita's like, bas kar behan.
nahi, bahut
Guys,
sahi
you might
story
not
thi. I
be
think it was...
as lucky as Tanya to get a laptop from chess.com, but you can get 1 month free premium membership.
Oh, what a plugin.
With a link in the description. So do check it out. And also you have the all new ChessBase'26 and Mega 2026 also that has launched. So check out the links there and you can find them.
Wow.
And today's the last day, by the way, for the Chess.com Go Premium for free offer.
Are they like saying like till Tanya's there we are giving the offer?
Yes.
Crazy.
Make the most of it, guys.
And Tanya, do you have ChessBase 2026 or you don't plan to prepare, then you don't need it?
I want to play. So I might be playing in Reykjavik Open.
Actually, what you should do, Tanya, there's something called as the cloud feature. You just upload all your analysis there because you keep on losing your laptops. So then the laptop does not have all the analysis.
But today's
I think that would
masterclass, and today's masterclass, did you take on, like you prepared on ChessBase or no?
Of course, it's what we all prepare on. I mean, ChessBase has to be there. That's what we were showing the game on as well. I'd analyze the game. But guys, ChessBase'26, Mega 26, I think for any level of player, every single chess player on the planet has that software. It helps you improve. You've got all the games, a lot of amazing features, and also the final day to get that 1 month free premium membership. So make the most of today. As these 4 players are trying to make the most of it, we might have our 2 finalists.
And also, I need one more coffee over there because Tanya की story सुन के ऐसा, laptop, 2 laptop almost.
मुझे लगा अमृता बोलने वाली थी तान्या की story सुन के नींद आ गई कि एक कॉफी पिला दो भाई.
यार नींद उड़ा रही है तू तो मतलब crazy stories. I want more of them later.
later being the important.
Later मतलब एक बार position दिखा देंगे, so that.
I feel like coming back to the games, I feel like we're headed towards a draw.
क्या हो गया भाई?
सहज भाई आपका prediction बदलेगा तो कैसे चलेगा?
नहीं हो सकता भाई.
That's upsetting, yaar.
I don't know.
You're going back on your words.
It feels like I mean, now the queens are just being traded. Maybe white has the better bishop,
but I think kudos to Yakubboev, right? He found a series of like 3-4 moves, which were the only moves, and that's what modern chess is about. If he would have slipped even once, Sindarov wouldn't have left him.
So, very true.
But because Tanya slipped a few weeks before and injured herself, she is leaving us. She is going back to...
Yes.
Yeah.
It's because of my injury.
So King G7 coming in.
I like that move because you don't want to trade on your opponent's terms. Taking on D4 would only improve white's pawn structure. So he says, bhai, le lo queen leni hai to my king gets to an active spot.
Tanya, you are going to Delhi. Or last time Sam Roberts had sent a hi only to you. This time he has sent hi only to Levon Shah.
Levon? Oh, nice. Actually, that shirt. Levon's left Goa, but the spirit lives on, Sagar.
Yeah. No, and he has the same shirt also. Levon.
Did you both get it from Goa?
No, we both got it from the same person.
Oh, wow.
Irene Sukandar,
cool.
who's one of Indonesia's top players. She lives in St. Louis, and when I visited this time, she gave it to
It's actually very Indonesian sort of a design, and I don't think chat can see it, but there's like gold specks on it. Very cool shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so King G7 played, and now Sahaj ne party badal chuka hai. Sahaj saying that ye bhi draw hone wala hai.
No. I think headed towards a draw, but Sindarov jitega.
What? No.
Oh, guys.
Achha, next one.
Next one, yes.
And look
Match
at this.
jitega.
Is Wei Yi in some sort of a tangible problem here? The bar gives a sizable advantage to white out of the opening. B3 was the last move, blocking the bishop, maybe eyeing a king loaf to B3. Maybe even looking at C4.
Or A4.
Or A4. I like that more, Sagar.
I like how black could actually, white could put pressure on black because of the 2 bishops. I mean, this is looking really, really cool.
I would also look at ideas like C4, bishop F3.
And also, maybe before going to F3, can we also push F4 so that the knight does not get the E5 square and then play bishop F4?
F4 just feels wrong, Sagar bhai.
Really?
It just
because of the
golden Sagar जो तुम्हारे shirt पे है वही यहाँ पे भी है.
I mean, I'm not using it for defense, right? I'm using it like a more aggressive move.
It's not aggressive enough. थोड़ा ज़्यादा aggressive होना चाहिए.
Got it.
Like C4
पर F5 पे तो नहीं जा सकते ना directly.
Exactly. F5 पे जा सकते हो तो F4 would make sense, yeah. But
and I saw
I like Sagar bhai, I like C4, bishop F3, and if you go knight E5, I have queen A5. That's what I really like. Something
so let's say queen F7 played, we go C4.
Oh, C4 is already very bad.
Ooh.
Some D5 or what?
Yeah, black has this move D5 in the center, so maybe not so soon. We have to wait a bit.
You have to go Shanti say. The Indians recommend going king B2.
That's a good move.
I'm not sure
Steady.
You guys probably can't, but because I have the in ear, there is a little static that's
Yeah.
going on right
Yes.
now.
With the in ear, you hear us very well, yeah? Remove the in ear.
No, there's a static
No,
going
but you
on.
remove
By
it.
the way,
Now you can hear us very like a normally, you know?
by
Like
the
a
way, Sagar bhai
conversation.
and Tanya, I think we should really switch to the other game because it's really going towards a draw now.
Go,
It is
go.
going to buy coffee.
Arey!
Oh, wow.
Let's go. Can we go full screen?
Let's go full screen. These are probably the last few moves. The players are going to find a way to repeat somehow this
कितना moves
position.
हुआ है ये? 20?
So we are on move
22.
22.
22.
And right now it's Yakubboev who's thinking. It's black's move. You can play so many different moves.
Perfect symmetry in the pawn structure. 3 versus 3, 4 versus 4. The same colored bishop as well. Not much to fight for here. This
Kal
match
maza aayega.
heading into tie breaks because bhai, eventually only one can survive. You can run, but you can't hide.
Yes. I think that's the best part about the World Cup format, that at the end of the day, you get one winner. And I think that's the knockout part.
My chat bol rahi hai, static is Wei Yi stress.
Oh.
But I think they can also hear it. It is in my ear as well. So maybe our sound production, they're on it, trying to fix it. Chat, and we'll work on that.
I'm not sure if this is still a draw or not, or if they're going to play.
Sahaj bhai, you think white is still crushing advantage.
Sahaj bhai bhi काफी emotional है, हाँ?
Good bishop
Actually.
versus bad bishop.
And by the way, while we are talking here, we have a very special guest who has joined us in our fan zone. We have Rakesh Rauji, who has been such a huge supporter of chess all these years, has written incredible articles for chess. His first article was when Vishy Anand became a grandmaster. That was roughly 1987. And since then, he has been covering chess for close to 35 years.
Yes.
Which has, it's because of him and people like him who have dedicated their life to covering chess and other sports that Indian sports and Indian chess is on the rise. Thank you so much, Rakesh ji, for being here.
I have one question for you, Rakesh uncle. I've known him since I was a little girl. You have covered
You still
chess.
are.
You've covered chess for so many years and are so deeply involved with the game. From your journalistic eye, how has this tournament shaped up for you as a chess fan and a chess journalist?
You mean this particular event?
This World Cup.
This World Cup, yeah, this has been an amazing one for not for a very pleasant reason at the end of it all.
Yes.
But yes, when I look at it, say if I take a real 360-degree view, I think there are so many takeaways from this tournament that, of course, sport is something that has always taught me as a person, as a human being, that you should never give up. So this particular tournament, people without hope have actually gone the distance, almost wherever we have reached so far. Otherwise, you wouldn't have seen, people who were not even supposed to be there in the top 16. They are in the top 4.
Yes.
So it's an amazing journey. Of course, out of these, at least one person was supposed to be there in the top 8. The man who knocked out India's last hope. Overall it has been a lot of revelations, a lot of, things. But again, every time India has hosted a dollar event, be it golf, be it, badminton, be it chess, if an Indian wins it, the impact that it makes on the overall ecosystem of our sporting structure is massive. Absolutely massive. That is something that I'm going to rue, and I'm going to say that, okay, how I wish I was here to see that thing happen. And for me, of course, when you talk about my journey as a journo, seriously, when I look at these 4 kids in front of me, Sagar, the oldest of the kids here, because I've seen Amruta is very young, and this boy, he wins the world title, comes to Delhi, holds his first press conference, and sings a Kishore Kumar song.
What?
Oh,
This has never happened in a press conference.
Thank you so much for revealing this. By kaunsa
For
gana
a
gaya?
journalist, for me, I've never seen a world champ, an Indian world champ, sing a Kishore Kumar song in his first press conference on arrival.
Kya baat hai?
And Tanya, of course, I've I think reminded her this a few
Did she
times.
sing anything?
She didn't sing anything, but
Maybe danced.
No. Hello. Sorry.
It's working.
My memory of Tanya goes back to 1987. No, just after that. I think before you were playing under 8 Delhi State at the STC canteen. Guys, I must share this with you. This is something which I don't know. You won't find it in any book or in any magazine. I think I've shared it from a stage, all right, from various forums or this thing, platform. She was playing her first tournament, which was the Delhi State, under 8.
Yeah.
And she was playing, and there were only 3 entries. So this girl is playing with her, and they were playing in a place called the STC Canteen, the State Trading Corporation Canteen. Now, you know how these canteen tables are. They're pretty broad. Imagine two underage girls sitting right across. They can barely reach the, the last rank on the board. They're still trying. Yeah. I happened to see this, and I mean, something which a journalist shouldn't be doing. I shouldn't have intervened or anything.
Rakesh Uncle,
sorry.
We want to hear that story, but I think this is the very end of this game. I'm saying that because he just offered a draw, so let's just get everyone up to date. Sindarov offering a draw, handshakes on this one. Sindarov versus Yakubboev does go into tiebreaks with a 1-1. A no-event draw, this one was very balanced.
I think a little bit of action in those
very tiny bit.
4 or 5 moves, right?
Yeah.
But otherwise,
very balanced.
A very, very solid draw for Yakubboev with black.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, coming back.
Sorry then. So, what I saw was, there was a little, tiny Tanya and her opponent, both of the same size and, weight and shape or whatever you call. And all I did was, without asking them, I held the board with my 2 hands and I pushed it towards one girl, which was not Tanya. You should have seen Tanya's face. I still remember that look. What the hell is this man doing, I took the pieces away from her, the entire board, and then there was enough space on the table. So I lifted Tanya and I made her sit on the table.
Oh, so cute.
And this little girl wearing a light green frock. And with those small little pins, the hair in place and everything, very, very meticulously done. Of course, she was like that from those days itself. Very, very particular about her looks.
What?
So here was an underage girl. And that's my first impression of this little girl. So, and Tanya, and having seen you from those days, that's, like that apart. And I'm also taking this opportunity for all of you. Beginning, I can just take it in random order and say that thank you for all the joy that you guys have given to people like me.
Thank you.
You have, given me those moments to cherish, which I can recall every time. And each time I recall those beautiful moments. I still remember Amrita playing in Pune, a little girl. We knew her elder brother a little more. Prathamesh, and of course, I think he won the National B, right?
Yes.
I remember covering that tournament. And Sahaj, of course, he's my little baby because हमने उसको बहुत परेशान किया. We used to always, when I have teased him like crazy, and of course, it's for him to say. And Sagar, of course, Sagar, your contribution is like amazing.
Thank you.
And I truly feel blessed that in my lifetime I could see chess moving from where it was to where it is today.
Yes.
That's so nice to
you guys
know.
have really done a great job. Thank you so much for this opportunity as well.
Thank you, Rakesh
Thank you.
Uncle, for all of this. Yeah.
I think he is full of rich treasures of all these stories of all the players. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And guys, we do have some interviews of him.
There is this one. We have interviews of him, but there is one interview he has done which is incredibly interesting, which you can. I don't know if you can find online, but he interviewed Sachin Tendulkar, Vishy, and Leander Pace together for one article. So that was a very beautiful one. All the legends in one.
Yes, definitely look that up. And I just realized, Amrita, your prediction of a draw on move 31.
Oh,
in
was it
Sindarov
31st?
versus Yakubboev. played that move.
Was it move 31?
He played the 30th move, finished that 30 move rule, and immediately draw was offered.
Correct.
सही है यार.
Now you know
भाई
why
पता
I
हमारी
always.
लाइफ में क्या होने वाला है.
यार वो लोग बट वो काफी ऑब्वियस था ना कल के बाद. आई थॉट दैट वे, बट कल के लिए इट्स वेरी हार्ड टू प्रेडिक्ट. तान्या, टुमारोज टाई ब्रेक्स बिटवीन देम, व्हाट्स हैपनिंग. आई थिंक सहज भाई का पता है. सिंदारोव, he is for Shinde Rao, as the Indian chat calls him. What about you, Tanya? We won't be able to ask you this.
Only been reminded like the 500th time on
Maybe
the stream.
make your prediction for that.
Yes, please.
I think you
I've
are always
predicted
on the
that
side
the
of Sindarov,
finals.
yeah?
I think Sindarov goes through. For me, the Wei-Esipenko is not clear at all. But I think in the tie breaks, Esipenko takes it.
Whoa, bold.
I have a
bold.
feeling,
I think
but
Esipenko
it's not
versus
done here.
Sindarov.
I think this game is not done.
No, it's not.
I
It's
think
very
Esipenko
possible.
could push here.
Today this game might end. It's very likely. And then tomorrow semi-final tie break will be like finals.
Esipenko can beat Wei Yi from
Yes.
this position.
Because yesterday also he was under pressure, so that does give him some level of more confidence.
Okay, but how exactly does he beat him here?
I think it's just very slowly, Sahaj. It just feels like a position that's easier to be white. Okay, I'm not going to get into lines because I don't think moves matter as much. But just for a plan, right? Let's say put my pawn on c4, put my bishop on f3, put my rook on e1. At the right time, I want to go bishop d5. I'm also threatening the knight. You'll have to make some decisions around the knight. If you move it away, maybe my queen will come out. All I'm saying is that white has the next few moves that can be plan-based. For black, let's say even after a move like bishop f3, how would you respond? c4, bishop
I was
f3.
thinking something like bishop g4.
Also, then maybe we can stop it, right now with
H3
h3. Yeah,
Yes,
not
okay,
allowing
let's
you
go
to
with
trade.
H3.
So let's say h3, or maybe Tanya, let's go king b2. Sahaj bhai, what will you play? Let's try to make a few moves. I mean, we'll try to not follow the engine, just humanly.
B2, okay, I'll go king b8 for example.
Okay, king b8.
King b8, sorry, so king b2, king b8.
Yeah.
Let's go h3.
h3.
I really want to put the bishop on c4.
Yeah, I'm not going c4 by you. I know you will play d5.
No, I don't actually think that removing the c and the d pawns might actually help black.
Yeah, because we'll have an unchallenged dark squared bishop on f4 at some point.
So maybe I can go g5 here, for example.
g5.
G5.
Let's go c4, Sagar. Or maybe
c4, d5. I don't like Tanya.
Okay, you don't like it. Fam.
But it's playable.
I don't know if trading these pawns is a good idea.
Let's go bishop f3 then. Bishop f3, knight e5.
Knight e5, yeah. I think it's difficult for white to play this as well, I think.
Queen d4, or you will go c5.
Yeah. And then I take on f3.
How do we get what we want? Should we go a4, Sagar?
You want the answer?
Yes.
Not to want, and then we get.
Wow.
That's deep. Can you translate that for us?
That's very
Sagar?
similar to, because once Samay was on the stream and he said something very interesting about Naval Ravikant, where he mentioned about, if you want something in life and the happiness or the satisfaction you get after getting that thing in life is equal to somebody not wanting that particular thing or that something. It's the same, the satisfaction level.
Basically, what Amrita is saying is don't take your flight.
That's actually very interesting, that the concept that we chase after something when we get it and how that makes us feel that happiness, it's the same as not wanting that thing in the first place.
Yeah.
Because there was the absence of that desire.
So let's say when I'm
By the
as
way, a
happy,
move.
Tanya, like a world champion, because I never wanted to be a world champion.
My world champion, I'll take it. By the way, not bishop f3, same idea, but he goes from b5. Also makes a lot of sense because there's no knight e5. Why were we not thinking about this?
No, it's a good move. Yeah.
It's a very good move.
It's very good, and Wei-Esipenko is walking confidently there. Now they are alone on that podium. If we can have that top view, Director Saab, to show how it feels to be two people in this 11,000 square feet room.
Wow.
It's like, there are 206 people. Now you are all alone. It feels like you are playing the world championship match.
It's lonely at the top.
Yeah.
11,000 square feet है क्या लेकिन ये?
हाँ, ये पूरा hall का जो space था, I think it's the biggest hall in the whole of Goa.
And it was packed at the start, just 20 days ago when there were 206 players. Boards and rows of boards. You've got all the players coming in. There is this feeling that you've got the best in the world playing alongside you. And now as the stakes rise, as the tension rises, as the finish line is in sight, it's just these players.
I love this setup that has been done. It's so beautifully done. And also there are spaces to sit. I don't know if any of you here have the pass to go inside the hall as well. Did you go in? Was it like really quiet and
Maybe we can give him the mic. Yeah.
Maybe would you like to share your experience of being inside the playing hall, if you don't mind? Maybe our viewers back home can also get a glimpse through your version. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was really quiet. There's very small audience, unfortunately. and we know why. But it's better than yesterday. Let me put it this way. I think it was the other game was pretty obvious that it was headed to a draw, and I'm looking forward to going back and seeing the finish of this one.
Very interesting.
And where are you from?
We're both from Gurgaon. Fans.
Lovely.
Have you come to Goa especially for the World Cup?
Yes, yes.
Wow, when did you arrive?
Yesterday morning.
Okay.
That's so nice.
That's super nice.
Thank you for coming here, and thank you for following this. And also, we hope that you will have a lot of fun in this game, because I don't think this might be a draw anytime soon. And also the tie breaks tomorrow are going to be very wild. So thank you.
Thank you.
And is that you and your daughter traveling?
Yeah. That's
Okay,
right.
and do you play chess?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, very nice. So do you have a favorite player who
Fabiano Caruana.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, why do you like Fabiano Caruana? Like, is there something specific about his play that you like?
The chess machine. Yeah.
Oh, he's a chess machine.
He is.
Very nicely put there. Excellent. What's your
Calculating
name?
machine.
Nice description.
Sorry?
What's your name?
Anishka.
Tanishka. That's very cool. I think, I've asked this question to many people. Who's your favorite player? Fabiano Caruana does not feature in that list for many of the top, for Indians, So it's wonderful to see that you took his name. He's one of the most famous personalities in the chess world. And I'm happy.
I have a lot of respect for his career.
You have a lot of respect for?
His career.
His career.
Have you heard his C-Squared podcast?
Yeah, I do listen to it.
It's awesome.
Regularly.
C-Squared. Yes. Some great thoughts shared there. Thank you for that. And Fabi, from being a World Cup class player, continuing to be that. He played in the 2018 World Championship match. He's going to be a huge favorite in the 2026 candidates as well. So far, I think he and Hikaru are those two players, strongest players who have never been world champion. If you think about who is the strongest current active chess player never to have been world champion, I think Fabi's name would come right at the top in that list.
Number one, I think.
His opening preparation is, I think, right now we have been arguing in this tournament whether Arjun has, reached that stage, which is similar to our Fabi's opening preparation. But it has been ultimate.
I think whenever Fabi takes part in any tournament, like 90% of the times he performs well.
Yes.
Like it's just that he's oozing with chess.
Oh yeah.
He can't go wrong. Like, okay, Magnus better, but I think Fabi is almost there.
Actually, his consistency is
is
tremendous.
huge.
Yeah.
You are
I
right.
believe Magnus also once said that only Fabi was closest to him. when
It's
it comes to
true.
classical chess, which
It's
is, I
actually
think,
true.
very,
There
very
was
true.
there was a point where there was a 2-point rating difference between Fabi and Magnus. It was it was around in 2018, around their World Championship match. Fabi's absolute peak, and imagine Magnus, who's been so far ahead, dominating the rating list at his peak over 2880, 2882, I think to be exact, the highest rated player in the history of the game. And Fabi came at a 2-point distance back in 2018. What a year it was. And his performance at the Sinkfield Cup with that field, going 7 out of 7 in 2014, is still considered one of the absolute best in the history of the game.
Yeah, that was an insane performance. He had beaten just about everyone there, including Magnus. And then he drew the last 3 games and became the champion. And we were in St. Louis this time, and I actually asked him about that. And I asked, is there any other event where you think you perform better than that one? And he said, of course not. That one trumps his list.
By the way, looking at this position, Sahej, I wanted to ask you that in the Sindarov game, you were so optimistic for White's chances. So, यहाँ पे तो the position is much more, flexy. So, are you not feeling that optimism over here?
No,
And why not?
Wei is a beast, I think, when it comes to defense. He's a very, very solid player. And he chose the Petrov for a reason. So, I think even though White has a long-term slight edge, I think Wei will hold. At least that's my feeling. I could be wrong.
And will you ever make a move like a6 over here?
Ooh.
With black?
That would be bit too much, no? Like, the king gets weakened, we have opposite colored bishops. Whenever we have opposite colored bishops, it's easy to attack.
I thought so, but very surprisingly, the computer is like a6 is like the top move, like 1 or 2 moves, which is, I mean, explain to me how you consider that one.
I have no clue why this is a good move, but I think how we can make sense of it is by just eliminating other moves. So, for example, white's threat is bishop takes c6. And my first thought here was, why can't I just move my knight away and then play a6?
Knight
so if
e5.
I move the knight away to e5, bishop takes a7 is just lost for black.
Because you don't have the b6. Wait.
So you play
b6, bishop a6 is not a mate anymore.
But
bishop
it's crushing.
a6 and then bishop takes b6 is hanging.
Oh, this is amazing.
Amazing. And the point is queen takes pawn. And it's just checkmate.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
So I think because knight e5 doesn't work because the a7 pawn hangs, by logic you can say, okay, let's play a6 first. Or maybe let's go bishop d7 and then play a6 first. I mean, those moves make a lot of sense. But still, I would not allow bishop takes knight here and damage my queen side structure and damage my king safety as well.
Yes.
It seems too risky.
But very tough to make this move. I mean, I get the point. I think if you have options like bishop d7, you'd rather go for that. Or maybe even think about other counter-offensive stuff. a6, you anyways damage the pawn structure. The white queen coming in with an attack. It's not a pleasant move to play. I think Wei Yi isn't happy with this.
Yeah.
He has to be feeling the pressure right
You
now.
and the space, as again and again, as we are talking about that whole pawn structure with d6, c7, b7, a7, there is a space issue, and it is with white that he has a pair of bishop, and whenever he wants to exchange one bishop, at the time he feels that his other bishop is very dominating. I think that has pressure on Wei Yi with 40 minutes on the clock, and how many moves have been played? Only 15.
Yeah,
Oh
but
my
Wei Yi
God.
generally has these long things, and then he finds a way which is generally, saves everything. So I'm curious to see how long he thinks. It could very well be another 20 minutes. He could come down to 20 minutes on the clock and then just make all the moves. I think he looks at things very deeply somehow.
I mean, Ding Liren had mentioned about it, that a man who walks... what was that, the quote? Again and again, I keep forgetting.
That's my favorite
Yeah.
all-time
No
quote.
man,
is
ever
the same.
walks
Crosses.
no man ever crosses the same river twice, for it is not the same man and not the same river.
Exactly. And imagine Wei Yi must have heard it how many times from Ding.
but how does it matter here?
What's the relevance
You
of it?
mentioned no Wei Yi is very deep kind of in terms of thinking and all.
Because
So,
of this listening
I mean,
to Ding Liren.
you're known by the friends you have in a way. I mean,
Yeah, I generally like when I see Ding Liren and Wei Yi together, they look like they must be discussing a lot of philosophical things with each
I
other.
mean, Ding is also, he's broadcasting these games. He's streaming Wei Yi's game. He's obviously rooting for him. No Chinese player has ever won the World Cup. They won pretty much every single title in chess. They've been Olympic gold medalist, world team winners, world champion, women world champion, all of them. But the World Cup is the one elusive trophy for China. And Wei Yi is the big hope for them.
Yeah, I think, and he's very close.
it's amazing that physician remembers that Ding said it on Sagar and Samay's stream in CSL.
Yes.
It was about a
Great.
stream, the quote.
Ooh.
I'm just looking it up now.
All right, so bishop b5 played, guys, and Esipenko asking questions. And I think that is, again, one of those things which we can't overstate. The importance of just probing your opponent a little bit. Asking small questions. Are you scared of this position, bishop takes knight, Wei Yi, is what Esipenko is saying. Yes, you have the opposite color bishop, but are you worried about the pawn structure?
Yes.
Is your king feeling unsafe a little bit over there? And, and Sahaj answering all of them. But that's the thing, when you keep asking these questions over and over again, over a span of moves, those cracks happen. These top players, even them, they crack under that pressure.
Yeah.
So Esipenko, can he keep the pressure on in this one? I think he's definitely started well.
Right, and sometimes asking too many questions can also backfire. So, White also should not overextend. Like, for example, Wei Yi did beat Arjun in the same way, right? In that second game with the Petrov, with black pieces, Arjun was like very well prepared, started pushing his pawns everywhere. And then it kind of backfired.
Sagar, I think that game, it felt like more of Arjun's to lose than Wei Yi to win with the white pieces. Very quickly out of the opening, a series of inaccurate moves. Can't point out exactly where things went wrong, but Wei Yi overtook it very quickly.
That's how Petrov players want to play. Yeah? They want to use White's ambition. Look at this, Bishop D7.
Yeah.
Now, ask more questions. And at some point, if you make some really dubious move, Wei Yi will...
Yeah, but you can't, like, too many questions cannot backfire. They can only backfire if they are wrong questions.
Yes.
Normally, curiosity is the answer, and that's why the right questions are important.
Yeah.
Tanya, why are you going to Delhi, by the way?
That came out. That is not the right question to ask.
That will backfire. That's why.
But at least she's been curious about the
Yes,
right things.
curiosity is important, but I actually have an injury that I need to take care of, which is getting a little uncomfortable in Goa. I did have a slip.
अभी तुम इंजरी लाओगी तो हम फिर कुछ नहीं बोल पाएंगे.
So many spitting facts. And then I have a further travel to freestyle. So I want to do some physio, Amrita, over the next few days.
Amazing.
Amazing क्या है भाई इसमें कुछ भी amazing नहीं था.
We hope that you get better sooner. That is amazing that you are
amazing भाई की तुम्हें injury हो गई है.
Oh, Rukesh E1, the best move played by Andrei Esipenko, is playing good chess, strong moves, and very likely that he might be able to put some serious pressure on Wei Yi. Oh, Wei Yi quickly brings his rook as well.
Because it's the only open file. I think Wei Yi wants to trade the majors as quickly as possible. He's setting that up. So getting that speed in, that is where the rook belongs. Although I do see this rook on d8 right now feels a bit cramped for space. I wonder if Wei Yi will quickly double up on the e file.
Yeah, I think that's a very sound, logical move. White's moves here look king b2. If we go here, pawn to a4, and these,
H3.
yeah, h3. These look like the logical moves that White can play in this position.
And I think from black side, you want to exchange the light square bishop with knight e5. At least that's my instinct here, because there's such a thing as a double bishop advantage, but not a single bishop advantage.
Well, he goes king
so let's
b2.
remove one of them.
Oh, he plays king b2.
He goes king b2, so he's keeping the position intact, just playing slow improving moves
And
right
now, like, I mean, basically what Sahaj you're trying to say is that knight e5 खेलो, वो bishop exchange करो, and you're okay that White has a bishop against the knight.
Exactly. Bishop against the knight is fine, but I just don't want White to have double bishop advantage. At least that would be... Or also black is a bit cramped with space here, because the rook on d8, rook on e8 is... I mean, maybe they're not the most active pieces. The queen on f7 as well. So let's exchange some pieces. Let's get some space, I think.
So knight e5, right?
Yeah.
And I play bishop f1. And now there's a threat on a7 pawn, which shouldn't be underestimated. So you have to waste some time.
Exactly. So a move like maybe king b8 perhaps.
King b8, and then I play f3 or h3 to limit your knight from
H3,
coming.
I think better.
h3. And then I say like, okay, you can't get my bishops. So I'll try to put pressure.
Yeah, exactly. And okay, the game goes on. But okay, black's knight on e5 is pretty nice. I'm also enticing you to play f4.
Yes, I won't do it so soon.
Yeah, but f4 I think might be a bit harmful for you as well, because I can create some problems on the king side with h4 perhaps.
Yes.
Or also the e4 square also becomes a bit weak. So yeah, I think looks a nice position, yeah?
For White.
For White, yeah.
Yeah, as Harshit Bhai would say, there is pressure.
Fresh. I mean, as long as the bishop pair are there, they're both sort of sniping towards that black king. Lots to play for, I think, White. One thing is for sure, no quick draws in this one. This position's heating up. We're about to go into our first break, but before we do that, just a quick prediction with what we have. Tie breaks or not in this one?
Tie breaks.
So it ends in a draw. Amrita?
It ends today.
Ooh. And you think Esipenko converts?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, earlier I never thought that way. I mean, I would be supporting Esipenko, but after yesterday and today, maybe it looks like that to me.
So an Andre win here. What about you, Sagar?
Yeah, I must support Amruta.
You must, Sagar. You must always and always do
I go with her. What she's saying.
Okay, good one. So Sagar and Amrita are saying that Esipenko gets the job done today, here and now. I'm going to make a prediction. I think this one, I'm with Sahaj here, with my Delhi crew, that this one goes into tiebreaks. I think Wei Yi, he's so rock solid. He always finds a way to defend. He always finds a way to keep things under control, and he saves this one. Guys, with that, as things are heating up here.
One minute, Tanya. This is your last line here, no? So let's just say goodbye to you because I think.
मुझे फिर बुरा लगता है वो अब भी जा रही है मतलब यार मत जाओ यार तानिया तुसी ना जाओ
मेरी flight है.
Don't catch
Then
feelings, catch
you
flights.
know, Tanya, you also have Charlie who is saying, I have a suggestion for your luggage. You can use an AirTag or Android alternative of AirTag.
Yes.
It gives you notification on your mobile.
Actually, after that whole incident, I did pick that up. So I've got the AirTag on. So thanks for that. I think it's useful. But yes, I am going to be flying back to Delhi tonight, and I'm going to miss you all. I'm going to miss our amazing fan zone, having you guys here with your energy. And this is such a huge stage in the tournament, as also I'll be following the action. Chat, it's been awesome doing this.
She is not going to follow us at all.
I will read up about it.
No, but I think, Tanya, get well soon.
Thank
And
you.
we hope to see you back commentating during the freestyle event.
I will see you in South Africa next.
South
10
Africa,
days.
in Mumbai for GCL. So there's a lot of things
In
coming
Tata
up.
Steel after that in
Tata
Kolkata.
Steel, and then maybe many more things coming up. But for now, guys, a round of applause to Tanya. She's been here all these days, entertaining us, teaching us many things. So thank you, Tanya, and we'll take a short break and be back.
Hi everyone, I hope you are enjoying the coverage of the FIDE World Cup 2025 in Goa, India. Look at the beautiful place I am in right now. While we are on this break, I want to tell you that ChessBase has just launched the ChessBase version, the newest version, ChessBase'26 and Mega 26, Mega Database 2026 on 12th of November. Earlier, ChessBase used to launch a version every 2 years. But now, starting from this year, it will be launched every year, just like Mega Database. Hence, from ChessBase 18, we have now launched to ChessBase 26. Then it will happen ChessBase 27 and so on. Mega Database is world's largest chess database and has more than 11.7 million games and 114,000 annotated games. What are the newest features in ChessBase 26? Well, here's a short video for you to know all about it.
ChessBase'26 is here, starting with the enhanced opening report. Rating-based statistics for your favorite openings, instructive tactical training built right in, the history of each opening, its pioneers, and a fashion chart showing popularity over time. Then we have the Monte Carlo analysis, simulating thousands of games, defining practical chances and typical maneuvers. Also, new detection of duplicate games, AI description of plans, real-time ray tracing, and more. ChessBase'26. Expand your chess horizon.
In December, the world turns to Doha, Qatar for chess at its fastest and fiercest. The 2025 FIDE World Rapid and Blitz Championships bring the globe's elite to battle under lightning time controls. December 26th to December 30th, Rapid and Blitz formats designed to reward precision, courage, and creativity. In the heart of the Middle East, Doha offers more than a board, a world-class venue, a cultural backdrop, and a stage worthy of legends. With a €1 million prize fund on the line and the title of world champion at stake. The 2025 FIDE World Rapid and Blitz Championships, the ultimate test of fast chess.
Want to play chess but don't know how to get started? Try Chess.com. Play for free against someone at your level or challenge one of our friendly computer bots. Trying to improve your chess? Learn the Queen's Gambit and other openings with guided interactive lessons. Like chess but don't want the pressure of playing games? Chess.com has hundreds of thousands of fun puzzles to help you relax and sharpen your mind. Play your friends, make new ones around the world, follow the latest games, and more. Sign up and play for free at Chess.com today. A premium membership at Chess.com will help you improve your game with full access to a powerful set of learning tools. Unlimited tactics let you practice like a master, with more than 50,000 puzzles to challenge you at every level. Our library of interactive chess lessons, created by master coaches, will enhance every aspect of your game. And after each game you play, the computer analysis feature will give you feedback on every move you played, turning every game into a chance to learn. And that's not all. Premium benefits also include unlimited tournaments, video lessons, the Opening Explorer, and much, much more. Upgrade now to take your game to the next level.
Back. We are back here with Harshit Bhai and Sahil Bhai joining us. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
अरे थैंक यू सागर भाई. मतलब आज की गेम्स काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग तो है. एक ख़त्म भी हो गई, अब एक बाकी है. वो व्यू मुझे याद है जो आपने दिखाया था कि दो प्लेयर्स एक बड़े से हॉल में बैठे हैं. आई मीन they can literally feel the air pressure, I'm guessing, at this point, yeah, because spot candidates का दाव पे है.
Exactly. And I want to get your thoughts here because we were feeling like two of the panel members, Tanya and Sahaj, were thinking there's not enough for white here.
They were saying Delhi crew actually, but Sahil bhai, you're also a Delhi crew.
हाँ, मतलब दिल्ली की adjacent, फरीदाबाद crew, so I have to go with them. I think air quality same है तो move भी same रहेगा. But I kind of feel कि Wei पे भरोसा है actually. I think that's where that's coming from. बंदा गलती करता ही नहीं है, in desperate situations plays that accurate move when it's required. कल भी Queen A4, yeah, that move he found. So मुझे लग रहा है draw होगा. Harshit bhai, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that Esipenko has been asking really tough questions in this matchup. Yesterday also, Wei was forced to find these two only moves, Bishop A6, फिर उसके बाद में Queen A4. Today also, you can see White has these Bishop pair, and somehow I have a feeling that White will win this game today itself.
अरे Harshit bhai, also White wins. So we three right now are on White wins. And you three on a draw.
You three भाई बाकी दोनों कहाँ है भाई? जनता कम हो रही है.
सहज भाई ले गए हैं, ठंडी लग रहा है उनको प्रेशर से, so वो जैकेट लेने गए हैं. He will join us in 5 minutes.
By the way, guys, just to remind everyone, this is the semi-finals that we are watching here at the World Cup. There were 4 players. 2 of them have already finished. The 2 Uzbekis, Sindarov, Javokir playing against Yakubboev, Nodirbek. Both the games have finished in a draw, which means tomorrow they will go into the faster time control to determine who is going to become the winner there. And the other matchup is between Esipenko and Wei Yi.
Wow, and coming back to this position, H4 का जो pawn है, I really like it for black, but the question remains whether it's going to be 0 or hero. कभी-कभी it can become a weakness, some kind of double attack. Whenever the knight moves queen on d4, h4 attacked, queen is going to a7. These kind of ideas will remain. So
great point, actually, Amruta. Knight e5 runs into queen d4.
Oh, already.
And c5, unfortunately, is not possible because d6 is hanging. क्या बात है?
So my question to you was, Harshit, that how do you see over here that this slight advantage of white can start converting at a deeper level? It can start growing, what could be the slight inaccuracy. You're very good at spotting and letting us know the inaccuracies of the opponent and then getting advantage. तो वो वाला सुनना है आपसे थोड़ा.
Great at spotting opportunities, actually.
Yeah, I just, whenever I'm not able to find a good plan in the position, I try to find ways in which I can win the game or get a big advantage. And that gives me confidence. And here, I see a good plan actually, so I don't need to do the latter. I see a good plan in the form of pawn from f2 to f4, and then sliding my bishop to f2, and then trying to, put a lot of pressure on the pawn on h4.
Oh, I like that f4, but then Sahaj bhai is not here, otherwise he would have been very upset on you.
Now the golden pawn is the c2 pawn. Because
no, but I think f4 pawn is saying like e4 square gets a bit weak. Maybe bishop f5, bishop e4.
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes sense.
By the way,
28
minutes for Wei Yi, almost half the time that Esipenko has on the board, and we've seen this before. वो सोचता ही रहता है.
सही में वही आई थिंक कह के आया कि भाई पूरा लास्ट मिनट तक खेलना है. होता है ना बचपन में पेरेंट्स कहते हैं कि भाई अगर 2 घंटे से पहले गेम खत्म करके आया तो डांट पड़ेगी. वही है, वे इज जस्ट काइंड ऑफ थिंकिंग टिल द वेरी एंड, बट इट डजंट मेक दैट क्रूशियल मिस्टेक. या अंत में कहीं ना कहीं से एक मूव भी होगी तो निकाल लेगा बंदा.
So right now Are you expecting black to play king to b8 to slide the king so that it can protect against the
I
bishop
love
or
that.
the queen
That's the
coming?
prophylactic move. Though in this tournament we have seen sometimes not working, but king b8, queen d4 ke liye, just feels safer.
But also it feels a bit dangerous. A queen d4, aa gaya king b8, like it's a free tempo also, right? So it's like king on c8 also looks safe. Maybe I would love to move my bishop to f5 at some point, just to activate it a bit.
So bishop f5.
Yeah.
If given a choice, which minor piece would black be happy to exchange?
That's a great question.
Light squared bishops, maybe?
Okay, so you want a knight versus a dark square bishop, yeah?
And I think the reason you are saying that is because this bishop does not really have a good outpost.
Yeah. And also the thing is, I can't trade the d7 bishop for e3 bishop so easily.
Yeah.
So my best bet is to trade the two light squared bishop, then have my bishop against the knight and hope that white doesn't get a chance to break in.
So you are saying that this would be an ideal trade for black.
Yes. This is looking really good.
Because now the light squares become quite weak and the pawn on h4 very nicely stops the pawn on g2 from advancing.
Ooh, so then with the double bishop, you need to break open somewhere so that they are able to create weaknesses, and then you go towards the principle of two weaknesses somehow.
By the way, what will black play if white plays g4?
Oh.
Black to play.
Bhai, mic mein bolo, bhai. Harshit bhai. Oh, this is a new position for you.
Yeah.
Should I come here and you want to come here?
Sure.
Easier.
Maybe Harshit bhai, we just take queen takes g4 and push the h pawn, get a new queen. पुरानी वाली से बोर हो गए. या फिर n% भी कर सकते हैं maybe.
En passant, fg and then queen h3 is hanging by.
Yes.
Okay. Guys, Wei Yi down to 25 minutes.
It's the only game which is going on. Right now, the whole attention is like how it will be for the finals,
It feels like the World Championship match, no? There's only one game, two players, and the entire focus is going to be on them.
But I really enjoyed commentating on World Championship match because, while one game can get sometimes boring, you can really go deep inside one game. And look at all the aspects of chess, moves, psychology, preparation, time usage, everything.
Exactly.
कौन कब पानी पी रहा है, कितनी बार, कितना walk
And
ले
he's
रहा है,
about to play a
everything.
move, knight. No, bishop e6. But this is actually not the best move.
Let's go, Harshit bhai. Your
Bishop e6.
F pawn needs to be pushed. Push
to
karo,
F4.
khush raho, guys.
By the way, white also gets a pawn to f5. I mean, that you would be aiming for that, or you would love to keep control of the e5 square so that that knight never reaches it.
Exactly, Amruta. I want to restrict your knight from c6 to jump into e5. But more importantly, I want to prevent black from playing g7 to g5, which would protect the pawn on h4. And that's why after f4, white's advantage increases.
अरे मिल गया यार. h4 is a big weakness. Sahil bhai, Delhi crew in trouble right
Yeah,
now.
I'm just thinking, so how do you save it? So what's the plan for black? I don't want to play rook h8 back. That looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
Queen h5 also feels very awkward. Bishop e2 hai at the very least. So I don't know how I defend it.
Okay, why is queen h5 awkward, by the way? It looks fine,
Bishop
no?
e2.
Yeah, it just feels like dobara chalna hai.
And then bishop f3 coming in.
Yeah. I'm like we're constantly just kind of facing attacks. Yeah, peace मतलब बस react कर रहे हैं हम लोग, कुछ attack नहीं कर रहे हैं.
You know, bhai, Sahil bhai, just so that there is help for you as well for the, the prediction of draw, we have decided to change the panelist here. Sahej bhai is back. Sahej bhai, are you still very certain of your prediction that this is going for a draw?
I'm not certain of anything at this point.
अरे क्या हो गया भाई? कुछ तो हो गया भाई सहज भाई के लाइफ में.
डर लग रहा है थोड़ा. I feel like when there is a will, there is a way.
Oh, nice.
Very
There is a
interesting.
will, there is a way, but it feels right now. Esipenko has the stronger will because pawn to f4 And
भाई ये वाला पैनल अपन ने कभी नहीं किया ऐसे लग रहा है मेरे को. All four of us.
The boys are back in town.
Let's go. किया है शायद से.
एक बार किया है शायद.
One time. क्या बात है. So F4 right now is one of the moves on the mind of Wei-Esipenko. A4 is also another move.
ये क्या है? A4?
A4 just gaining space. Bhai Arshit bhai, what's the problem?
Interesting.
I mean, your reaction is making me doubt whether I suggested something truly brilliant or you are kind of...
No, it's puzzling because I'm trying to understand the concept of A4. Because yes, you gain space, but what's my follow-up? Because B4 I never want to play. That would allow bishop to C4.
Yeah, that weakens the C4 square a lot. But it's just an improving move.
No, but I think Wei Yi can hold this.
Acha.
I think he can hold this, yeah.
Guys, do like the stream. We are 2 days away from knowing who are going to be the 3 players playing in the FIDE Candidates tournament. Yeah, just for the people who don't know, Candidates event is an 8-player double round robin event, which means you play everyone with the white and the black pieces. And whoever finishes on the top plays against no one else but Gukesh Domaraju.
By the way, F3 is on the board.
Wow.
Ooh.
While you were telling everyone about who could be the potential challenger to Gukesh, it could be one of these two as well.
It can very well be. He does not want to commit his pawn to F4, keeps it flexible, still eyeing bishop to F2 at some point.
I'm guessing his point is he wants to play bishop F2, provoke G5 and then play F4.
Yes.
Undermining the pawn structure on the king side.
वही करना है उनको.
But can't black just go G4 then at some point?
But by H4
मरेगा ना तो उसमें.
अच्छा हाँ, right.
And right now, Wei-Esipenko also making his decisions quickly because he sees that time can also become a factor. And Wei Yi is not there. Can we have that full view?
Ooh.
आ गया
भाई.
He's like, don't worry भाई, camera change करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी.
And Wei is back on the board. And what is his move going to be? Is finding moves for Wei easy or tough? जैसे कि bishop F5, G5 क्या करोगे?
Let's try to understand if Wei just places his bishop back to D7. He's saying like, I'm just waiting and I'm trying to understand how you are going to break through. Okay,
I'm
bishop F2.
hitting.
You're hitting my pawn.
G5.
I go G5.
F4.
Okay, that's how you're challenging me.
I think bishop D7, I don't know. I would rather go king B8 or something. Like at least my king is safer for some reason. I don't know if that's a good move or not, but bishop F2, G5, F4 is the plan again, yeah?
Yes.
So let's try to defend this pawn on G5.
Actually, guys, this is not such a silly move. Because when I take here, you take here, then I can start attacking on your H3 pawn.
Oof.
And these are the kind of defenses that Wei Yi generally chooses, yeah? Active. Give up a pawn, activate, don't just keep sitting.
But, you know, if these are the only defenses that keep black in the game, that goes to show that white is definitely pressing. I don't think that's even a question right now.
Yeah,
white is for
22
sure.
minutes, Harshit bhai, Sahaj bhai, Sahil bhai, that will play a role. 22 minutes.
आई रोज सोचते हैं हम ये, लेकिन होता नहीं है कभी रोल प्ले इसका, है ना? कभी कुछ तो हो यार.
आज हो सकता है क्योंकि प्रेशर हाई है ना. And वो दिन, if you remember with Arjun, the second classical game, Wei Yi had almost got into a lost position. And Andre looks like really in good shape in this tournament. So he may punish Wei Yi if he goes wrong.
Also, it's a risk-free position for Esipenko here, I feel.
So there are no weaknesses, right? The reason why Sahaj says this is a risk-free position because white has absolutely no weaknesses. Even if white just plays bishop G1, bishop F2, black has no pawn break. And white does not have a pawn break yet, but that's why we want to provoke black to play pawn to G5 so that we can break it with F4 and create more weaknesses in the position.
Right.
Nicely explained. Maybe, I mean, I was thinking some A5, A4 break, but you know, these double pawns on the queen side are so well placed for white that that king is super safe. There is no risk whatsoever, whether you are looking at the king side or the queen side. After A5, in fact, you can just play bishop B5.
Exactly.
Which is so strong.
A5, bishop B5, getting that square for your bishop. Very cool. Very cool.
मतलब आप A5 से कुछ नहीं खेल सकते आप मतलब let's talk about exchanges then for black because you have to think concretely from the black side as well. I feel all the end games are sort of favoring white here as well.
I mean, I think black would love to exchange any of the minor pieces right now, but I just don't see a way because we have been recurringly pointing out that whenever the knight on c6 moves anywhere, the white queen jumps into the center of the board, which is going to be a problem.
You know, ऐसे structures से मुझे याद है there was this game between Magnus and Huey Fun. Magnus was white and he kept pushing. He had a similar structure, just knight था I think d4 पे. And even he couldn't push and end में king pawn endgame में he defeated her. So it's always difficult though for white to win these structures.
By the way, g5 has been played slight, you can say, overextension of the structure here or maybe gaining some space. White should go f4 or not?
I mean, this is why, you know, in this position, after bishop e6, I was recommending this move pawn to f4. Just stop black from playing g5. And now after bishop f2, the pawn on h4 becomes such a big weakness. I do think this would have been the better choice because after f3, Wei is like, you give me a chance to stop it. I'm going to play g5 because now f4, you can just push g4. This is a big improvement for black's position.
And this pawn is no longer hanging. So, but you know what? I take. And where does my rook go is the question. I don't want to trade bishops.
Do I have to take on g4, Sagar bhai?
No, maybe not. But here I was thinking, can we go like rook a1 and try to play a4, a5? You know, clamp down this structure. Could be an idea.
I think Esipenko will try to somehow improve his position. The move that you were recommending, pawn to a4, just asking black, what's your next move? Slowly but surely, you know, just putting your pieces on the right squares. Bishop might drop back to f2.
Yes. Easier to find some improving moves for white than black, perhaps.
Sure. I'm also thinking is bishop f2 के बाद black चाल क्या खेलेगा? Like what is the
queen g6 maybe?
I think he will go back bishop d7.
Bishop d7 trade.
It's the exact same position that we were discussing.
Actually, it's very interesting. अगर आप खेलते हो यहाँ पे queen g6 after bishop f2, सागर भाई एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग मूव रेकमेंड करता है इंजन.
Rook a1.
Rook a1.
a4 a5 भाई.
हो रहा है, मतलब हो सकता है definitely.
Rook a1, a4, a5, rook a4, rook lift.
Oh bhai. Crazy.
He played a move.
He played and
bishop f2 back.
Esipenko is playing so quickly, right? And he's playing so confidently. I'm super impressed with his confidence. He's not worried about this candidate spot or anything. He's just playing fast.
क्या crazy camera angles है भाई. Let's go.
Nice one. We did ask our viewers whether they like this or that, and it was like equal. Everyone likes both the views. By the way, we have a help chess believer today. Vaibhav Pathak has contributed 501. So guys, if you want to support some of the upcoming young talents of Indian chess, you can go to helpchess.org and support some of them. We've been trying to help as many young kids to become stronger in chess.
And there's a very interesting question asked by ASD Blur. He asks, what is the point of having this classical format in the World Cup where most of the games are heading towards the tie breaks?
So why not have the tie breaks only?
And so how does this classical segment, and like basically where games are decided in tie breaks, give entry to the candidates, which is a classical match? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think in general, we've been talking about this having a complete player, right? Like the total world champion, which has classical, rapid and blitz. World Cup is one such tournament where you have to be good at all formats. So not having classical would mean the one who would win would be good at rapid and blitz. But if someone could draw also the opponents in classical and then win in rapid and blitz, they are good at all formats, you could say, potentially.
Exactly. I mean, if you're playing... Yes, go on, Saj.
I mean, technically, Magnus did defeat Fabi in rapid, right? That world championship, I mean, some might argue that the highest rated world championship, and I think for this era, the closest world championship match that we have had in terms of pure numbers was decided on a rapid format. So I think just based on that, I mean, rapid is just as important even at the highest level.
Yeah, and also you cannot say that if a football game is 0-0 after 90 minutes, and if the winner decided by the penalties, then that they should only play penalties, right? So I think that it's just that at some point you have to be practical, and the match has to finish. And by the way, Bishop F5.
Harshit Bhai, we go back in time to 1984 when Garry Kasparov and Karpov decided to play a classical match, not with a fixed number of games, but the first one to win 6 games. And guys, you might know how that ended. I think after 1 year, there was no winner. 48 games were played. Both were exhausted. FIDE was like, bye, bus karo. Let's
also, I
end
think
it.
addressing that question of rapid and classical, I think there's also a shift happening now, right? I think even Magnus has advocated for a shorter time control. So rapid blitz is not that old, right? Like 20 years back, we didn't see it. So maybe there will be a slight change in the future. We are seeing Total World Championship as one of those steps.
Yeah.
Also, I think the chess world right now is exploring new opportunities, exploring new ways to make chess more exciting. And that's why at the FIDE World Team Championship, Women's World Team Championship that's happening in Linares in Spain, they're having a neoclassical time control where it's 45 minutes plus 30 seconds increment. So it's basically like a mix of rapid and classical. And they're trying to see if the players as well as the spectators find it more intriguing.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, guys, one thing which we should mention here, if we go full screen here, let's say they can't know what the bar is saying, right? So a lot of what players feel on the board is dependent on their assessment, but also on their opponent's body language. And right now, it could be interesting to sort of get into the mind of Wei-Esipenko and think whether he's ambitious or not. Because if you can see the bar, you get ambitious. It's 0.5 edge and so on. But if Wei-Esipenko himself feels like, oh, this is nothing, I'm getting nothing, then he'll go and trade and go into an endgame, and perhaps very quickly we will see something like this and they just shake hands and it's over.
Yeah.
Oh, I still have bishop d4 and you have to go knight g8.
Yeah, true. That's actually a good point. Maybe there's knight d5 here, Sahaj, but c4 can be met with c5.
You also have knight f4 ideas as well. If I go bishop c4, for example.
Yeah.
Which looks, I mean, I'm not sure who's playing for a win there.
And then the g2 h3 pawn is falling. And for the first time, it feels as if Esipenko is taking his time, because he's not just playing the position. He's using the clock to his favor right now, as he has 30 minutes more than Wei Yi. Guys, let's try to find a plan. So f4, we understood black is going to respond with g4, right?
Maybe
we've
here
established that.
we are not sure because h4 is hanging. So,
but I thought
are we happy? Yeah, we saw this, and are we happy? We didn't finish it with an assessment as such. Maybe it's
queen f2.
Queen f2.
I'll just shamelessly save my pawn.
Oh, man. Black to play.
Guys, black to play.
Oof.
Find a tactic. This is a very tough one. If you find it, you will get an applause from us.
Close.
Sorry?
Close.
Very
you
close.
have the right idea, but there is something more decisive.
See, after queen h7, I have bishop takes pawn. But you have the right approach.
So queen h7 attacks here and here, but Sahaj Bhai is taking the pawn and attacking your two rooks.
You see, this is the way to sort of solve tactics. Like, you look at move 1, move 2, move 3, and you always try to change the order of the moves. That's the best way to solve any tactic.
Suyog Wadke, Aryan, Dhruv Kapoor have found it.
Yes.
Yes. Let's go.
Exactly.
Wow.
Nice.
Kya baat hai?
You see, you play queen h7 in the next move, basically.
And now take here, the bishop hangs. And if you take here,
the king,
check to the king and h4 falls. Beautiful, beautiful. Kya baat hai? Amazing. So this is the position right now. And f4 is one move we were considering. a4 is another one. Trade of rooks is another one. He can do quite a few things here, Wei-Esipenko.
But black can pre-move, yeah. Rook takes, rook e8. Khatam.
Khatam, acha. But why not to f4?
I have a question, guys. We did consider a4, but can white consider this move pawn to c4? Or do you think that this is not the approach white wants to take to kind of... My idea was that I want to play c5 at some point. But of course, I understand that I'm restricting my bishop on f1 right now.
Yeah, this bishop does get closed, but that's a very interesting move here, Harshit Bhai. Maybe
Queen
at some
C3.
point we can also go queen d5 here, offering a trade and then straightening our pawn structure, which could be very cool. Like it. Look at Wei-Esipenko, guys. If we go full screen there, he's trying to find his way through this maze of so many possibilities with 44 minutes on his clock.
Dawai.
Sahil bhai was just analyzing A4, B4, B5, let's go. Why? Sahil bhai is also calculating all of these possibilities.
भाई मेरे pieces नहीं है ना भाई मैं तो C4, C5 सब कुछ दे दूँ free में.
पर अच्छा लग रहा है भाई मेरे को कब का करने के मन है सिर्फ ये C4 square weakness तंग कर रहा है. I really want to do this. If I had a pawn on D3, I would have done it.
B4, B5 for the win. Look at the intensity now. Esipenko deciding whether he should push a4, whether he should push c4. All of these moves are so committal. You cannot take the pawn move back. You can move a bishop and bring the bishop back, but you cannot move a pawn forward and be like, I want it back on a2.
Correct.
Okay, so let's say a4 हमने खेला, black ने मार दिया e1 पे, and then he offers a second trade. So now if you want to attack, I guess we have to reject the rook trade, right?
You want to keep one pair of rooks, I believe.
So we go rook a1 or somewhere else, yeah?
Yeah.
And then B4, B5.
I know, and then Sahej Bhai's idea, A5, rook A4.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, that's actually something I was not considering.
I like that a lot.
By the way, Harshit Bhai, how was everything like yesterday? Could you tell, like, while they are thinking?
What?
Yes. How was yesterday, Bhai?
No, it was very nice. We went to a restaurant right by the beach. It was called Pasoda, the same place that we were. And it was super nice because like all the commentators and I think Srinath, who was the coach of the Indian...
Bhai, all to nahi, main aur Amruta nahi the.
Matlab, like most of the commentators, and then Srinath was there, the coach of the Indian team with his wife. And it
wife
was
नहीं भाई अभी शादी होने वाली है
भाई public reveals थोड़े से
नहीं ये revealed है भाई
okay
ये तो revealed
अच्छा
साहिल भाई आपका ही reveal नहीं है
आपका reveal नहीं है क्या
मैं defense mode पे on हूँ भाई
भाई when will you reveal that whom are you going to tie the knot with
I don't know actually I've not thought about it
you have not thought only
actually मतलब private life private better है मैं थोड़ा Twitter पे देखता हूँ तो थोड़ा सा stress होता है
रिवील ओनली
नहीं आई विल रिवील बट इन जनरल ट्विटर पे थोड़ा डर लगता है कई बार नो
तो ट्विटर इंस्टाग्राम पे कर दो
करेंगे
guys one for Sahil bhai it's incredible that he is still here he's going to get married very soon so एकदम
too soon
अच्छा इतना सीरियसली नहीं बोलना है मतलब मैरिज इज सीरियस नो so we are very excited for that upcoming thing but ज्यादा नहीं बात करते हैं उसके बारे में
मजा आ रहा है
भाई bishop c4 bishop e6 can I just take bam rook takes e6
wow that's amazing rook takes and
queen d5 and just boom also bishop a6 is an idea now let's say rook e8 can I just say like I don't want your exchange bishop a6
क्या बात है too good so what about bishop c4 can we go like d5 or
but then your pawn I have 3 attackers you only have 2 defenders
probably
and also c4 is coming up
just move your queen no to g6 or something ले लो आप मतलब ये diagonal
but then I have
improvement
yeah
right?
then I have bishop d5
yeah knight e5 or something
queen d4
queen d4 looks scary
oh but the c2 pawn is hanging
I'm gonna pretend I saw that amazing yes all part of the plan knight d3 check incoming
it's amazing how Wei Yi just pauses for a huge thing to really diss assemble the entire position and get a feel of the position.
Yeah.
And then he absolutely plays like a machine under time pressure. That's a great comment, Dipesh Deshmukh.
Love it. And also, I would love if at some day we could get inside the head of Wei Yi. Maybe, ask him to break down the way he thinks. Because he's one player whose time usage I absolutely don't understand.
By the way, जो 2 लोग जीतेंगे इस राउंड में and 2 लोग जो हारेंगे, for the first time I think we'll see like जो हारे हैं ज़्यादा प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, जो जीते हैं फाइनल में वो चिल कर रहे हैं भाई बैठे, because they know they've gone in the candidates, yeah.
Yeah, but Sahil, maybe winning the World Cup is a huge thing. Yeah, like if you right now there are not many players in the world who have won it, right? Magnus also won it after like so many years, and so maybe they will also take it very seriously. Just to win the World Cup.
True.
And also, World Cup is such a different format. The entire year, people are preparing for open and closed events where they don't have a knockout format. And chess predominantly has formats where you have to score the most number of points, and it's fine if you lose one game. Whereas at the World Cup, you just cannot afford to lose. You lose, let's say you draw the first game and you lose the second game, you're just out. No matter if you won 6 games in a row, and then in the 7th match, you lose 1.5 half, the previous scores completely are left behind. And I think that's why it's not very easy for the top players to prove their dominance or superiority.
In this format. Correct. By the way, guys, today, before the start of the stream, we had a masterclass with Tanya Sachdev. There were a few of you who attended, I believe. Tomorrow, we are also planning maybe a masterclass. Harshit bhai?
Yeah, we can do it.
Bhag jayenge abhi. Sahaj bhai?
No, I'm in.
Maybe we have to figure who will do it tomorrow. Then we have one more day.
I can do it first because, we can. I can get some tips there and then.
Yeah, sure.
But actually, Tanya showed a beautiful game about how to break the stone wall.
Did you watch that?
Yes.
Acha.
I did too. We watched it together actually.
क्या फेंकते हो
भाई? मैंने बोला स्टोन वॉल अभी आपके आने से पहले पूछो आप सागर भाई से.
वो है, but Harshit bhai will also tell the last move जो आप नहीं बोल पाए थे. Why? What was the last winning move, Harshit bhai?
Rook takes e6 was one of the most important.
Yes, exactly. Rook takes e6. Like I remember that, of course. Totally.
And by the way, on 24th we can do like a masterclass tomorrow, but on 24th it would be difficult because like 1.5 hours from here is a place, I don't know the name, where 1,000 school kids are going to assemble. The Chief Minister of Goa is also going to come. It's a big event that's going to happen.
Or what?
No, not watch party. It's just a chess event happening here. And there will be like, maybe they're trying to get the top players of Goa to come. And it will be a very, very nice event that's going to happen.
Very interesting. I think the Goa, Chess Federation and also the ministry is trying very hard to involve the chess kids.
No, they are doing that.
Chess,
and FIDE is, all the members of FIDE who are here are trying to work together along with AICF. So actually, the mood is very much like, what more can we do in this remaining few days that we have to push chess to even more people? That's very cool. And we had Rakesh Rao here, who is one of the well-known journalists, who said that when a tournament is held in India and an Indian wins it, the mood is totally different. The sport really becomes popular because there's more coverage, there's more everyone talking about it. But when that does not happen, still you are able to kind of keep doing things. I think that's the real beauty and challenge.
Exactly.
Can we, that event, we'll tell you where it is. If you would like to come, we will. It's not for registration, but I'll let you know. Yeah, it's for school kids actually, but I think you might enjoy coming there.
By the way, long thing by Esipenko, yeah, still not playing the move.
Leveling the playing field here.
35 minutes है अभी और 16 minutes तो है और added. He has more time on the clock.
Apparently, A4 is a very strong move. I think we've mentioned this idea several times. To bring the rook to A1, push A5 and sort of get activity via rook A4.
Correct.
I really like this idea. Generally we want to keep rooks on open files, but the problem in this situation is that neither side has access on the open file. Like white cannot get access on the 6th, 7th or 8th rank, and black also cannot get access on any of our ranks, on the E file. So it's good to shift the rook and maybe focus on the queen side a bit.
Right.
I have a feeling that white will either play bishop c4 or pawn from f2 to f4.
Or c4.
I think one of these moves I have a feeling will be played.
By the way, guys, while Esipenko thinks, and we have kind of analyzed it very deeply, I have a question for all of you here. If we had to kind of put 10 moments of this World Cup that is very memorable, okay? Like it need not be like what happens inside the playing hall. It could be also outside. What are these top moments coming to your head? I'll start with one of mine. I think night outs, just the storytelling with Daniel Dubov that was there. That I think stays in my mind as one of the highlights of this World Cup.
Absolutely. I think for me, that definitely is going to be something that I'll take away from this. Just his approach towards things and the confidence with which he manifested his strategy to come true. That I am going to do this, and I'm going to win against Pragnananda. And he does this, which was...
Including his game plan, which was insane. Like, what he said exactly happened, which was just very, very surprising.
So maybe all of us are like Daniel Dubov and any other moment. That one is...
10 में से 9 moment Dubov के साथ ही है.
I think Lorenzo Lodici was someone who really impressed me a lot in this event. The way he played, he was rated less than 2600, a huge underdog against anyone, like almost everyone in this tournament. And the intensity with which he was fighting, and still after the end of the game, the ability to recognize that, it was not just his play, but other factors contributing towards this result. And what?
Rook C1 by Andre Esipenko, and he looks at Wei Yi and he's like, "Bhai, मेरे को तो समझा नहीं क्या करना है यहाँ पे. I'm just playing Rook C1."
ये Rook C1 का point क्या है? Like, what is this?
To defend the pawn on C2 maybe? I don't know.
कौन अटैक कर रहा था उसको? कौन अटैक करेगा उसको फ्यूचर में? Like,
भाई वही वेरिएशन में आ रहा था ना, जहाँ पे H4 pawn में Bishop takes C2.
wow.
कोई तो दूर का.
Maybe he's just overprotecting the pawn on C2.
That
and now,
is insane.
This F4, G4, Bishop H4 concept is going to be very much relevant as the pawn on C2 is protected.
Another reason is after F4, G4, you can go pawn takes G4 and Bishop G4 doesn't attack the rook.
Wow.
And then you can just capture Bishop
So
H4.
let's say King B8,
free pawn.
F4, G4 takes, and now just take here. Aha. So the rook is not hanging. Oh. तो भाई A1 पे क्यों नहीं रखा?
भाई क्योंकि C2 भी protect करना है.
Nice.
Nice
Very
prophylaxis.
Nice
क्या बात है? Maybe in some book this could be as a very tough puzzle, yeah? Could be put up.
But I think now he will just take on even and go to P8, no? Sahil bhai?
Exactly. वही कहेगा भाई अच्छा सोचा तुमने 40 मिनट. अब जरा मैं E1 ले लेता हूँ.
No, he will just capture and put the rook back on C1 and it changes nothing.
Yeah, exactly. But at the end, Rook C1 I think will be like a waste move, no? At the end, अगर मार दिया E1 पे रुक से वापस.
Useful moves वैसे भी, I think in such a position, I think very hard to find useful moves, yeah, because no side can actually improve their. I mean, white can with A4, A5, and those things, but black cannot really improve their position. So we can take our time.
Can I play D5 as black, or that's just that's just bad for me? I guess D5 will just be very weakening, right?
As black, right?
Yeah, if you try to play pawn to D5.
Yeah, what about rook takes rook? Then you can't take, I mean, you can take with the rook. This is a bit weak, yeah? That's
because
true.
I guess C4 at some point could open up the position.
True.
And obviously we all know that the bishop pair loves open positions. And that's why somehow we want to, break the position with F4 or C4. Just activate those two bishops to get open diagonals.
I have a question here to the panel. How does one recognize whether to keep both the rooks on the board, to not keep the rooks on the board, to keep one pair of rooks on the board? Like, for example, take, rook e8. Now suddenly all of you very easily understand that rooks must not be traded and you quickly move the rook away either here. How do you understand this?
I think there are two things. Number one is space, because I think white has more space and black has been sort of suffering with with getting their pieces
Why do
to
you
the
say
correct.
white has more space when actually it doesn't feel like it, right? Like
No, because white has two double bishops and they are looking all the way to the 7th rank. And also black, if we look at the whole game, black has been struggling with space throughout. And secondly, I think, first is space, and secondly, white is trying to push in this game. When you try to push in the game, you want to stretch the game as long as possible and you want to keep as many pieces as possible. Because let's say you go rook e8. Let's say that even after taking on e8, white has an advantage. Black has more energy to save, even a worse position. But if you stretch the game out long enough, you can tire them out. And then you can exchange the rooks maybe half an hour, 1 hour down the line, and then you have a higher chance, higher probability of winning the match.
Interesting.
And also in this position after rook e8, a very important, like after rook e1, rook e8, is that after rook e8, we can afford to move the rook away because all the squares are controlled. The e4 square is controlled. The e3 square is controlled. e2, e1, all of this. So the black rook cannot really do anything on that open file.
But yeah.
And that's why we can move the rook away and start our own counterplay with a4, a5.
Wow, very well explained, guys. That was really, really deep. Meanwhile, Wei Yi down to 14 minutes. He's about to make his move.
And queen g6.
Oh, wow. Queen g6 played here, putting some more pressure over here. But guys, is it time to push f4 now?
Yes, but f4 doesn't really threaten anything though. After f4, what do I do? Because what if black just says pass, for example?
f4, bishop to e4 is what I was considering as black.
No rook e4, yeah?
But there might be some direct problems here as bishop e3 attacks the pawn on g5. I cannot play rook g8 because you will just still chop off the pawn on g5.
Chop.
Because when the queen takes, finally the bishop on e4 is on pre.
Guys, this is the build-up to, getting the game more exciting. I just hope both players have that energy to keep this game going. We'll go into time trouble. We will be seeing some mistakes happening back and forth. मजा आएगा.
Exactly.
मैं तो भाई साहिल भाई की analysis देख रहा हूँ यहाँ पे. भाई, it is crazy. He has looked at all possible outcomes here.
Yeah,
White attacking on the queen side, on the king side, black attacking on the queen side. सब देख लिया उन्होंने भाई.
एक interesting line बता दो साहिल.
हाँ, so Indian के साथ Dr. Strange बनना बड़ा आसान है. I think the best move, for example, the Indian recommends is rook d1. भाई कह रहा है मैं दूसरा भी exchange नहीं करूँगा. करते रहो तुम e file पे drama, and now rook a1, a4 and a5, and as we saw simple moves, and black is just playing rook e7, queen f7, bishop g6, just doing nothing. So there is potential in the position for white.
भाई मजे आ रहे हैं, मजा तो आ रहा है भाई. इधर क्या होगा वो जान के.
मैंने लास्ट टाइम स्क्रीन पे देखा था pawn c5 पे था white का. Somehow I don't know how it happened.
खेल दिया भाई साहिल भाई ने. Pawn push.
c4, c5, a4, a5 सब था एकदम बिंदास.
But guys, coming back to our question, whenever Esipenko is thinking, more moments from this. जैसे Lorenzo Lodici, I want to add one more point on him. I loved the chemistry, or you can just say the partnership of him and his better half, his girlfriend, Olivia Kiolbasa, who is one of the top players from Poland. And she was here helping him. And I remember that when the World Cup happened, when Women's World Cup happened, he was there helping her. And I'm seeing this more and more in the world of chess, that chess players are kind of getting together, strong players, and helping each other. Like recently, India got its first WGM, not India, Karnataka got its first WGM, Isha Sharma. And she's married to IM Sharan Rao. So she wrote that when she became an WGM, Sharan helped her a lot. तो भाई आप लोगों का मतलब
अगर आपका होता मतलब
एक
moment ऐसा like would you help your partner like
so within the tournament days na
in like some
Goa.
event not necessarily
नहीं, I think I
in
stick to
any
Goa for
event
now.
जो मतलब
नहीं,
future
Goa-
में हो
गोवा में है, गोवा को रिस्पेक्ट देनी पड़ेगी साथ में. So
but I'm just
गोवा
talking
में
about the whole principle of this thing. Yeah, would you help?
Oh, A4. भाई
बच गए
साहिल
भाई
By
बच
talking
गए
about
भाई आप.
moments, I think one highlight for me, not a moment but a player has been Peter Leko.
अरे,
First of all, he played, right? He played very well, until he lost that game. Then he commentated, and I also got to see his dancing skills, which are insane.
Oh, on one of the parties, Peter Leko was dancing non-stop for 1 hour.
No,
and
longer, way
even longer. 1.5, 2 hours. Next day, he then goes and sees Goa. Goa का पूरा tour करते हैं. And that's amazing. It felt like Dil Chahta Hai, like he was at that fort sitting there and so on. Yeah, great. I want, that's why this question is so cool. We can get back to it एक point because it reminds, wow, Peter Leko खेले यहाँ पे भाई मजा आ गया था. But it feels already so distant, right? All these things.
Yeah, true.
And also, if you focus on these positive memories, your complete outlook about the tournament changes. Obviously, there can be these 1-2 things that you did not like, and you just pester those thoughts in your mind repetitively. Those are the thoughts that you'll bring back. Whereas if you think about these positive moments, and then you go back home, you're like, yeah, that was a good trip.
Yeah. I mean, somehow there are many more. But A4, and now it's Wei Yi's turn to think, because Wei Yi is low on time. He has 13 minutes, 40 seconds, and every time Wei-Esipenko does something, the position changes a bit. He is pushing. तो A4 का कुछ black के ऊपर कोई परिणाम है, कोई black कुछ कर सकता है? I don't know. I mean, should we take the rooks now?
Rook E1 and Rook E8 seems, I think, the most
natural way to go.
Natural, yes.
Continuation here, and again.
आ जाएंगे वापस.
By the way,
C1, yeah.
Can I take on E8 and try to pose direct problems? Let's say chop, chop, chop. Oh, Rook E5?
He played Rook E5.
Rook to E5.
Whoa. Wei Yi is going doubling down on the E file.
Wow.
वहाँ तो कुछ है ही नहीं, लेकिन now you don't have access point to the E2 square.
So you are saying just now Sahil bhai's idea, Rook D1.
Rook E1,
Sorry,
yes.
Rook E1. Nice.
But Wei always finds these kind of like peculiar defensive ideas which are not very obvious. Bringing the rook from E8 to E5, saying that if you ever capture my rook on E5, I'm going to improve my pawn structure. I'll capture back with the D pawn, and now suddenly the rook on D8 opens up, and black has a 4 versus 3 majority on the king side, because here white does have a doubled pawns on C2, C3, rook E5, and
I love the move.
After every single move that black is making, I have a feeling that this game is going to head towards a tiebreak.
Guys, can we not go F4 now? Because now you hit the rook as well.
Let's ask Sahil bhai, because he's doing some monster analysis
bhai.
On the left of my screen. By
So
the way,
I'm playing with Stockfish's white and playing myself with black. So that's a huge difference.
Acha. That's a good plan. But did Stockfish play F4 with you?
No, I think F4 is not one of the moves it's considering. I think the plan for white basically is Rook D1 as we discussed, Rook A1 and B4. Just push B4.
What? B4 aa raha hai?
Yeah.
Rook E8 and now, because I think you can play B4 even straight as well.
Yeah.
Because the point is that because black played Rook E5, black cannot go Knight E5 anymore and capture that square on C4.
But I can't even push B5, right? Because knight will jump to A5.
But
A6 marega na udhar.
C4 queen C3. And can you even go C4 queen C3?
Also B5 knight A5 C4 is also possible.
But ये कितना humanly feasible ऐसे खेलना? I don't think it's.
And black के पास 2 ही moves हैं यहाँ पे. Black has queen G8 or queen F7, has to come to that diagonal quickly.
Queen G8, first move I would think of here. Such a logical move. Queen G8 दिखाओ ना एक बार सागर भाई. Such a logical move, like wow.
भाई बराबर है ना, यहाँ पे आ रहा है.
Yeah, of course. Queen कहाँ पे आ रहा है भाई?
मतलब देख रहा है वो square.
हाँ देखो उसको. मजा आ रहा है देख के.
By the way, that's a great way to actually improve. To play against, not necessarily the machine now because it's so strong, but before, I don't know if any of you have played on this software called ICC Dasher. And they had this software bots, and there was something as GM Petya, who was the strongest like bot that you could play against. And I think now chess.com also has these bots that you can play against. I think Hikaru bot, Anand also has a bot. And basically, quite often, they play the same openings. So what I used to do is, let's say I play one opening like Nachdorf, and I'll just play 10 games, and after every game, I'll basically improve and try to beat GM Petya, or let's say some other bot. And I think that's a very cool way to improve your opening and get a better understanding of the position as well.
That's
a very good advice.
Yeah, very good advice. I like it a lot. And in general, nowadays the top players are using engines not to play with them from the starting position because it's too one-sided. But what they do often is they take a winning position, like a pawn up endgame or something, and then try to win it against an engine. Because one small slip and the engine is able to hold a draw or even beat you. So if you want to win, you have to be like on top of your calculation there. And if you keep doing that over and over again, I think your conversion improves. Have you guys done it ever? Playing a winning position like one pawn up positions against engine?
One pawn up, I think, is very unlikely you would win against an engine. Yeah, I mean maybe a piece up. I've tried playing a piece up. Like
no, not one pawn up from the start, but like an endgame with bishop. You have 7 pawns. Engine has knight and 6 pawns.
I used
something
to do that
like
with
that.
Fritz actually back in the day, and it's a very, very difficult thing to do. Like one of the nicest exercises that Sagar is mentioning is that everyone knows, well, most people know that king queen versus king rook is a winning position for the side with the queen. But if you play against humans will blunder the rook very quickly because they will not see some check that will take the rook. But an engine won't do that. So if you play king queen versus king rook versus an engine, it's a very Herculean task to actually beat the engine. And it took me a long time to actually figure out how to beat the engine there because I think the first like 3-4 games you cannot.
Yeah, you cannot
beat them. Have you ever tried this, Harshad?
I don't think I can beat an engine with a queen. It's very difficult.
I am not sure anymore if I can do that. But there was a moment when I won one game, which I was very proud of. Have you ever tried this?
Yeah, I've tried this. Very difficult. But is there any other endgame like this which you can remember? Which is very difficult against an engine.
Also bishop knight mate maybe.
But that you can do somehow, I think.
I mean, no, you want those who...
Yeah, bishop mate actually, firstly, of course, everyone starts to learn chess by learning how to mate with the queen, right? That's the basic. Then you learn how to mate with 2 rooks. Then you learn how to mate with 1 rook. Then you learn how to mate with 2 bishops. Also very easy. You always put the bishops next to each other because that's when they control most of the squares. And then the hardest theoretical checkmate, according to me, is how to mate with a bishop and knight. And I think it's very important that you have a training partner. You give let's say you give your friend a king, you have a bishop and knight, and you first understand the mechanism to win, and then you give yourself 2 minutes and try to win with a bishop and knight with 2 minutes. And if you can do that, then you will always be able to win with a bishop and knight when it comes in a real game.
We should do this challenge at some point. ऐसे सारे 5-5 लोग बैठ के 2-2 minute bishop knight checkmate, see if we can do it. It'll be crazy.
Yeah, that would be fun actually. I think some top players haven't been able to do it in the past under pressure. So it can happen. I think there's also the rook bishop versus rook endgame because it's a theoretical draw, but give the engine the rook and bishop and try to defend with the rook. It's tough. It's tough.
Very, very difficult. Also, I think rook bishop knight versus rook knight is a theoretical win, but it's almost impossible to win that with the rook bishop knight.
Yeah. You have tried this, huh?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, by the way,
rook E2. Not the move that we were looking at. We were always hoping that he would not trade the rooks and go rook D1 and then start his queenside play. But rook E2, a more measured approach here by Esipenko.
But what's the point? Is he trying to say that take my rook on E2 and improve my position?
No, he's saying like if you go here, then I'll also double and then we'll maybe shake hands.
Sahil Bhai is not happy with rook E2 because he doesn't get to see B4, B5 anymore. क्या कर रहे हो यार तुम E5 पे
ऐसे pawn मत फेंको आगे बेचारा हार जाएगा ना तो सदमे में रहेगा. I think rook E2 though is very awkward though. Like like you could have just kept the rook on E1, not much would have changed.
The funny thing is after rook E8 you can still play rook E1 and rook D1. That's what probably the best way to play here is. Unless he wants to go rook e1, which I really don't think so.
I think that's what he wants.
I
Otherwise,
really
why would you play rook e2?
No idea actually.
And Kumar, thanks a lot for your super chat and supporting the stream. Guys, do like the stream. Today is the last day of some of the offers that we have. If you click in the description below with your favorite commentator's link, you will get 1 month of free diamond membership on chess.com.
Hey, can we ask the chat who is their favorite commentator here?
अरे भाई.
Bye.
Sure.
पूछते ना भाई. फिर किसके ऊपर क्लिक करेंगे वो?
हाँ. But yeah, let's if we go back full screen on this position right now, 12 minutes for Wei Yi.
I see all the time टिकू भाई ऐसे बहुत लोग चैट पे बोलते हैं.
नहीं भाई वो गाली दे रहे होते हैं वो.
अरे नहीं भाई. Rook E8 played.
भाई सागर भाई.
हर्षित भाई.
अरे भाई.
सहज भाई.
Hardest
मेरे को chess24 इंडिया खोलना पड़ेगा.
टिकू भाई.
Oh, we have a Tikku bhai. Let's go.
Tikku bhai है भाई. क्या बात कर रहे हैं? Everyone likes everyone.
fan का एक is enough, yeah. that one fan is like more than 10 fans. Look at their energy with that. Look at that.
And win.
But guys, the idea of this was not to say, but to click on their link and get that 1 month membership. इसके लिए पूछा था.
My Win is here. He says, hey guys, thanks a lot for the coverage.
Thank you, Win bhai. Oh, by the way, is sadistic Tushi still here in
No,
the...
he left.
He left?
He left after 3-4 days.
वो बोले थे end तक रहेंगे.
हाँ, but वो Indian players ही नहीं रहे तो फिर.
Okay, got it. By the way, rooks are doubled on the E file.
Wow.
Guys, are we going towards a draw?
भाई दिल्ली वाले कभी गलत होते हैं क्या?
अरे यार भाई आप लोग.
Rook takes e2 के बाद I think rook takes e2 ही मारेंगे because bishop takes e2. He wouldn't have played.
I think he is going to play a long game. Even if we reach a position where we don't have any rooks on the board, white still has a bishop pair. The pawns on f6, g5, h4 are going to be a problem for black to defend.
And once the queens are traded, b4, b5 becomes more easy to organize, yeah?
But question, let's say कि सब कुछ queens भी trade हो गई, with the double pawn, doesn't it harm white a bit? Like it might make it more difficult to convert the edge.
So something like this.
सीधा draw है भाई. सीधा draw. The more pieces get traded, I think the more.
पर b4, b5
it becomes a draw.
b4, b5 नहीं?
b4 पे मतलब मैं भी
a5 कर सकता हूँ.
मैं knight e5 सोच रहा था वैसे, but b5 के बाद a5. अभी a5 खेलते हैं तो this is ideal.
Rook e1 played 10 minutes for Wei Yi. This is move number 25, which means 16 more moves for Wei Yi to make. And Kumar, Super Chat's hardest mate is mating with 3 knights.
3 knights? No. Oh, it should be a mate. Have you tried?
No, I've never even thought about this.
It should be very easy, I think. No? 3 knights से सब cover करते
Kind of should be, yeah?
Yeah, I thought it's easy.
So knight on d7, knight on e7, and knight on d. Yeah, this should be easy. Knight on d6 as well. Yeah, that should be a mate.
Rook from 8 to e7, just waiting. And now that the rook moved on from e8 to e7, guess what the black queen can do?
Arey, queen e8. He wants to build the gun, and white is trying to put the queen somewhere outside the board to do the same thing. It's not possible. There's not enough squares to do it.
Alekhine's gun, yeah?
Yeah.
Alekhine's gun. With 3 pieces on the same line there.
Can we explain to our viewers what is an Alekhine's gun and why is it called the Alekhine's gun?
It's named after the 4th world champion, Alexander Alekhine. And the idea is simple, that when you have an open file, you put the strongest piece at the base, at the very last. So in this case, the queen is on e8, and the rooks, which are sort of weaker in terms of power, they are the ones that are going to be ahead of the queen. He employed this idea in several notable games where he won in flashy style. Like one I remember, the most famous one where the queen was on c1, rook was on c2, rook was on c3,
Yes.
and there was a knight on c6, which was a target.
Alekhine versus Nimzowitsch.
Alekhine versus Nimzowitsch. That's
Yeah.
the one.
Yes.
And so people named it the Alekhine's gun because it's a very important principle in chess.
It was from San Remo tournament in 1930, and I believe this was a very, very amazing tournament. There are books written about this tournament, and if I'm not mistaken, somewhere I had read that Aaron Nimzowitsch was analyzing all his games very deeply from this tournament. So what he did was, he took a book of this tournament, he took a tournament bulletin, and then he took empty papers and he put it in between the games, and then he would analyze it with his hand there, and he looked through all the games, and it helped him to improve a lot as a player. I don't know if it was San Remo event, but this is how Nimzowitsch really works seriously on chess.
But how do you get to know about all of these stories?
By reading books.
Sagar Bhai is like, you should try it sometime. It's a lot of fun.
But nowadays you can even type it out on like AI and tell me some good stories about Aaron Nimzowitsch. And then it might find some good stories.
That's a good idea, actually.
Should we do that?
Yeah. Why ChatGPT needs to sponsor us?
हाँ हम करेंगे ChatGPT का promo भाई.
Tell us some good stories about Aaron Nimzowitsch. And then we just click on AI mode. You know this story, by the way. This is my favorite.
The draft with a fly.
During the Russian Revolution of 1917, Nimzowitsch avoided being drafted into the military. He reportedly feigned madness by sitting in a chair, placing a fly on his head, and insisting that a fly was on his head when questioned. This eccentric performance led to his successful escape from military service.
No way. I did not know this. That's actually very cool.
That's an interesting story.
I think it's better to read books.
There was one story, this one, the second one, which is my favorite. The threat is stronger than execution. You know this story?
Mm-hmm.
No, I know the saying.
Yeah, not the story.
So the the cigarette one, the cigar one. I think back in the day, people were allowed to smoke in the tournament hall, but it was also considered like very dangerous and so on. So like you would be smoking in as your opponent. Nimzowitsch didn't like it, that his opponents would smoke. So his opponent comes and puts his cigar on the table and puts maybe what do you call a lighter or something. And Nimzowitsch is like, goes and complains to the arbiter and says, look at this guy, look at my opponent. And arbiter is like, but he isn't smoking, yeah? He's just kept these things here. And Nimzowitsch says, don't you know threat is stronger than execution?
Wait, that's where it comes from, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
It's one of those stories of Nimzowitsch. That's why Nimzowitsch had good stories. I think every person who kind of looks at the world differently always has good stories, yeah? And Nimzowitsch was one such person.
Can we just put on this AI mode? Tell me a good story about Sagar Shah on AI mode.
Arey, bhai.
Let's do it.
By the way, he's made a move.
both screens, by the way, doing the exact same thing right now.
Oh, Bishop G1. Where is he? Oh, he's going and forcing him to trade.
Bhai. Like, such awareness shown by Esipenko to realize that the bishop on f2 can actually attack the rook on e5, and now he goes bishop to g1.
Yeah, this is a great move. And now, let's see what happens next.
You know, I would find an AI mode, but he uses Yahoo. Yahoo में होता भी है क्या भाई?
अरे यार वो change कैसे करते हैं? मेरे को आता नहीं हो. कहाँ से होता है?
भाई, 2-3 लोगों को कमेंट्री भी करना पड़ेगा. 2-3 सब लोग स्टोरी ढूंढेंगे.
नहीं, very ready. I think he looks charged up. Yeah, I think he's going to trade all the rooks, trade the queens, trade the pawns, and it's going to be a draw. Yeah.
Great commentary. मजा ही आ गया भाई सुन के. Wow, insane.
Oh, by the way, guys, I just searched. Tell me a good story about Harshit Raja, and it says that Harshit Raja has a personal philosophy. Throughout his journey, Harshit maintained a philosophy that he is in race with himself, not others. This grounded perspective has helped him avoid comparisons with prodigies who achieve the GM title at younger ages. allowing him to focus on his own progress and love for the game. Is this correct, Harshit
Bhai, I
bhai?
love ChatGPT.
Bhai, kya hi? Full correct. I can't believe.
I think it's building up a story.
Yeah.
Because
Good,
I
bhai.
told him the same thing about you. It's saying, long before dawn, when the streets of Mumbai were quiet and the world still dreamt, Sagar Shah sat at his desk, staring at a position on his wooden chessboard. A strange one, the kind you don't find in books.
Just on ChessBase.
भाई ये कौन सा आप AI use कर रहे हो थोड़ा
White to move a lone knight against an army. He didn't remember setting it up.
भाई ये कोई और ही है.
बीच में the guardian has arrived. Deep voice rumbled.
भाई ये उन्होंने एक स्टोरी लिखा है.
Story, exactly.
Not a
Story
story
है ना.
on me as such.
हाँ.
They made it fictional one.
I like this one also. It's nice.
Okay, guys, coming back here. Wei at 8 minutes now.
Why, do you think that ChatGPT can predict Wei's next move?
हम सब लग गए फिर से सोच कर.
Can you predict Wei's next move against
Esipenko
from World Cup 2025?
It is impossible to predict next move.
Yeah, it cannot. It's not that. It can't scrape the moves, it seems, on the internet.
Wow, now we're moving on to Harshit bhai.
Arey bhai, let's
We're
focus
right
on Wei right now. He is down to 8 minutes now, bhai.
Yo.
Bishop G1. And how does black thwart this threat of bishop to H2?
Well, in general, it's not a threat, right? You can always capture the rooks and play that endgame. So, I mean, I guess Wei Yi has, if he makes the Alechine's gun here, and you go and attack, and then he takes, and then you take, and then he takes. Now taking with the queen might not be the best, so you take with the bishop. This is where I think having the queen on the board will help, right?
Exactly. If you trade the queens, we won't have the ability to kind of target the weaknesses in black's campus right now.
Yeah, and also this could end in a draw very quickly. Actually, this could end in, perhaps, for example, if I go king c1, knight g6, king d2, knight f4, attacking here, and you want to trade, this is just a plain draw.
Yeah, dead draw. So Wei Yi trying to understand whether he should take on e2 now or after white plays bishop h2. And I do think that he will take on e2 only after he's forced to. Because right now, he has one move with which he can improve his position.
Right.
Bishop h2, yeah? Is that the move?
No, but the bishop h2 is right now, I was thinking maybe queen e8.
Oh, okay. The bishop h2, then rook e2 is there.
Bishop h2 and then rook e2, exactly.
I think both players kind of know likely result is still a draw. Don't see anybody
Not sure actually.
I mean, nobody looks that excited, no, about the
He has
position.
5 minutes on the clock. 14 minutes.
14 moves.
But after what we saw in the last game of Ding versus Gukesh, it is like crazy, yeah? Like, we sold the next day's tickets as well for tiebreak.
Sindarov and Yakubboev must be prepping so hard for the tiebreaks tomorrow, which will be so exciting. I think now it's anyone's match, yeah? Do you guys have a favorite there between Sindarov and Yakubboev?
I think it depends on the laundry setup of the hotel because I've seen him wear the white shirt for every single game so far. So if that gets delayed, then my favorite is Sindarov.
Guys, I can't believe... right now, Wei-Esipenko, I was trying to look at AI and asking them, tell us a good story about Wei Yi.
Queen e8 played, by the way.
Yeah, Queen e8 on the board. And it told me the story of Wei Yi's amazing game against Bruzon Batista. Then I said, can you tell me a story about Wei-Esipenko? It told the amazing story of beating Magnus Carlsen in Vaikanze. But then, it made some kind of a note at the bottom. He's known as the comeback kid because they drew the 2 classical games in semifinals. In the first rapid game, he lost and then made a comeback. So I don't know how it's predicting this. Bishop h2 on the board.
By the way, now rook takes e2 is a very, very...
He took. Played. He took it.
Late.
Chop,
okay,
chop.
so not bishop takes e2, obviously, because your bishop is now stuck
takes
on
back with the
h2.
rook.
Rook takes.
So now,
Yeah, bishop e2 would have just been a horrible move. Yeah, just rook e2, rook e2.
Does he take with the queen then? Like even trade
No,
queens?
bishop takes, then maybe you can play. But
Now
I think
take with the bishop. Very important.
But we are
point.
headed towards a draw here, no?
Not
What do you think?
sure.
Why, rook, bina rook scale, like there is very little hope.
Guys, if the draw has to happen, we are on move 28. This will be 28th move. This will be 29th. If one player wants to offer a draw, it's coming close because there is a 30 move rule here.
You know, by the way, I asked ChatGPT predict the next move between Wei Yi and Esipenko. And अगर नहीं कर पाओगे तो we will shut you down. My name is Sahaj Grover. भाई कल को AI uprising हो भी गई तो Sahaj भाई फंसने वाला है.
By इसको I'm not even signed in. Doesn't even know. There's like a million Sahaj Grovers.
Rook takes e2.
And now Wei is trying to decide whether he should take the rook on e2 or play knight e5, which is another way to kind of play this position to stop the exchange of rooks. But whenever knight e5 has been played, what's the move, guys, that we were afraid of?
Queen d4, yeah? Probably.
Exactly. I think queen d4 is a bit of an annoying move.
Knight
Threatening
d3
queen
check
a7.
perhaps, Harshad.
Ah,
Is that working? I think it's working, yeah?
that's
Nice one.
sneaky.
Very sharp. He
Tactic
took,
there.
he
just
took
took
the
on
rook.
e2.
He took the rook. And now, guys,
Now is the question.
99% he takes with the bishop.
This is the
Just
big moment.
1% chance of queen takes e2 and he takes with the bishop. Yeah.
Yeah.
मुझे लगता है थोड़ा तो press करेगा Esipenko. He won't like agree to a draw immediately.
Well,
He'll
they
try
cannot.
to press a bit.
They cannot.
No, immediately as in 1 or 2 moves.
Yeah, press
Queen
a bit.
e6.
Bishop g1, bishop f2 probably. Just bring the bishop back to that nice diagonal, hoping for the f4 break at the right moment.
He's not afraid of bishop c4, which is very surprising.
हो क्या रहा है उससे भाई?
Just giving up this diagonal.
So what? Queen e7 or queen e8?
And then bishop d5 maybe?
Queen bishop d5.
ठीक है, अब तो bishop c6 से भी नहीं डर रहा मैं. Like because you
Yeah,
have
now
no
it's
pieces.
not that dangerous. True.
Like,
but before b5 से डरना पड़ेगा.
Yeah, you don't have rooks, yeah. I don't know if I should be scared of
Yeah,
that.
if there was one rook on a1, guys, imagine this file opening up, then there's threat, but without rooks, not much.
Yeah.
Andrei Esipenko's sort of will to win would also be dropping by now, I feel.
Yeah. He knows the position kind of slipped away somewhere.
I do think that bishop c4, queen e7, queen d5, like, I don't know. I do think that I would be reasonably ambitious here as white in thinking that I'm going to get an advantage. I want to invade with my queen to g8 potentially.
Maybe king d7 here, Harshit, like to get bishop e6. You took my
Bhai,
diagonal. Oh wait,
bishop
wait.
mar raha hai.
Sorry. Queen. nahi.
Bit unpleasant, no? Knight e5.
Sure, knight e5 and then king d7 maybe. Yeah, king d7 now and bishop e6. That's
perhaps not so easy to break through.
So if you go bishop takes e5, then very soon it is black who starts to play here. Like I don't know, I don't really believe in this position anymore. I feel like this is headed towards a draw. I think he's only playing because Wei Yi ke paas 5 minutes pade. That's it.
Time
5
is a
minutes.
factor, true.
And you cannot agree to a draw until 30 moves have been completed by both the players.
Okay, guys. 18 minutes 45 seconds for Andrei. Wei Yi with 5 minutes.
Let's go, Andrei. Kuch to he has to find, yaar. Like b4 now, can't do because of knight e5. C4.
C4. खेल
C4?
सकते हैं. C4
Maybe?
looks good. I like it. Somehow this knight b4 business becomes a bit because
Man,
take e2 is hanging.
Also, we don't have bishop c4 anymore. Like to have that option
Maybe
is
not.
always nice.
Maybe not a good idea.
Like c4 say maybe the best you can hope for is a c5 break, but that's not happening. Without the rooks, I don't believe in this position. But yeah, bishop c4 is probably the best try, I guess.
And guys, 2,500 people watching. Do like the stream as we are heading closer and closer to the time pressure situation here. Esipenko trying to put some pressure in the last 10 moves. And yes, Sahil bhai.
कितना थक गए होंगे यार players अब तक. they came here maybe like, a month back almost now. Okay, not a month back, but like 25 days back.
Yeah.
And 20 plus days of full on action, like playing the top players of the world. I mean, also maybe somebody doesn't have the perfect food, like because they live in a certain country, temperature might not be perfect for somebody. So it's like always, depends on where you come from. So it's very, very difficult to perform in these conditions.
It's a great point actually, because even on rest days, us commentators don't have to work or prepare with pressure on our mind. Whereas these players, even on the rest days, they're still thinking about whom they're going to play in the next round and spend a lot of hours with their seconds trying to analyze the different openings or what went wrong in the previous rounds. By the way, Bishop C4 on the board, hitting the queen on E6.
Your move here, Harshit Bhai, nice one, nice call there. So Bishop C4 has been played. Guys, being a player in this tournament is definitely tough. And if you are going to play in the World Cup ever, just think about bringing with you a good second or a good friend or
a good partner.
I think in general, a good friend might be more important than a good second, because someone can work remotely. You just need someone to talk with, share your, happiness and pain with. You just need someone.
Also, like, very important, you need to also have the best type of like resources with you, like ChessBase'26, which is available in the description in the chat.
Also, if you don't have a partner, you can always find one. What do you think, Harshit Bhai?
I'll give it a few weeks, na?
On chess.com, you mean? Or?
No. In real life.
It's a real life.
Puzzle rush karte. Maybe you can get paid with them.
No, I think Harshit Bhai is not feeling... no Indian would feel generally lonely, because even in the organization, people here and so on. It's just when you come from another country, it becomes a bit lonely there. Yeah.
True.
Why were you laughing, Bhai?
Why was I laughing? I am a very happy guy in general, Sagar Bhai.
Some things better left unsaid. Queen E8.
Exactly.
And now Queen D5 was what we were predicting. Trying to...
Lot of predictions here happening.
Yeah, Queen D5 or maybe Harshit Bhai, how about somehow F4? I was just hoping like if we can get something rolling there. But maybe G4, yeah? I want to improve the position of my H2 bishop. It's not doing much there.
Exactly.
I think let's
Maybe
do
bishop
BG1,
exactly.
bishop F2, then F4 or bishop E3.
Because yes, the bishop on H2, force the black rook on E5 to take on E2. But I think now the job is done.
Yes.
The job is done and the bishop has to reroute itself back to F2, which will be more productive, hitting the pawn on H4.
Right.
चार भाई चारों तबाही अभिमन्यु मेहरा.
Harshit Bhai, you are India's 69 GM. Does that come with added responsibility in some way?
What?
I don't know, like we've heard that quote multiple times.
No, I think in general, Harshit's next aim is... Oh, he's coming back. He's offering a draw.
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, like
what?
Queen E6, right? Bishop C4, Queen E6.
Ah, and Queen E6 instantaneously.
Instantly played.
Oh, wow.
Instantante.
And Wei is like, bhai, draw karna hai, main to taiyar hu. Kal ke liye, I'm ready to go into tie breaks.
Okay, Esipenko looks like he's going to take the draw, yeah?
Yeah.
And win us, can we reroute the bishop from H2 to C3? Yeah, that would be obviously a great moment for the white bishop, but I feel like they're repeating.
Even if you do that win, the knight will sit here.
On E5, yeah.
That is a big problem.
Yeah. No, I feel like oh, look at Esipenko.
Esipenko was like, draw karna hai ki nahi karna hai?
Bata de.
This is the 31st move, by the way. They've already made it.
Yeah, he's going to have a 5-minute think, one last think, and if he doesn't find something, he repeats.
He'll repeat. Which means both games will be heading in tiebreaks tomorrow. But one thing is for sure, 2 players will go through the finals tomorrow no matter what. It might take us 8 games, 10 games, might be the Armageddon, but 2 log finals mein kal pakka jaane wale.
Correct. Generally, day 3 is the most exciting of these matches. whenever we've had, I think we've had no day when there were no tie. I mean, every day there was 1 or 2 tie breaks or more. So tomorrow there are going to be 2. Wow. Excited.
2 tie breaks and 2 players that are going to make it to the candidates tomorrow.
Wow. Man.
Also, the only round where the losers still have to play in the next round, right? Like, they get to play for the 3rd place match.
Honestly, tomorrow, even the losers are not going to feel that bad. I mean, because still they have a shot at making the candidates. So
Agreed.
they have 2 shots, 2 lifelines, basically.
Esipenko deciding whether he should go back with his bishop to c4 and repeat, make a draw, or keep pushing in this endgame.
As we are coming to the closing moments of this round, my mind is going back to day 1 of this tournament, you know, when there were so many people who were there, so many Indians. I remember, for example, Divya Deshmukh. She was the kind of the most important personality in round 1, the only female player playing in this tournament, and everyone was so much rooting for her. Even in the opening ceremony, it was so wonderful. And then Stamatis comes in, and this guy was so clinical. Yeah, he dashed hopes of not just one, like by beating one Indian player, but then beating Nihal Sarin.
Nihal, yes.
So Stamatis, this amazing, had an amazing run here.
No, for sure. I think Stamatis played a wonderful game against Divya. But still, like, I think Divya played a fantastic first round.
I think more than fantastic, it was her
debut.
Great spirit, to take part here, because she could have declined this offer by saying it doesn't fit into her plans or something. But she came in and she played.
And Bishop G1.
Let's
no
go!
Draw.
Andre Esipenko, kudos to your fighting spirit. Whether you win or not is totally a different matter. We love it.
And win, just ask us just Bishop G1 now, what do you play? And win, it has been played.
Kya baat hai, win bhai. Well done, well done. Okay, for Wei Yi now, 5 minutes on the clock with 8 moves to make. Maza to aa raha hai.
So what if Wei says, okay, आपको repeat नहीं करना है, मैं तो करूँगा, Queen E8.
हाँ, वो करेगा. And then I will play Bishop F2, let's say. Then you come back. And then I break F4. Sorry, ये Bishop को भी बचा लेते हैं E2 वाले.
Bishop F1 पे रख दो ना.
हाँ, यहाँ पीछे.
Bishop F1 and now F4. Let's go.
And Queen E8 and F4.
Yes.
This is the dream setup, right?
Dream. Or do you want to put the Bishop on D1? I was wondering. F1 or D1?
ताकि C2 भी बचा
हाँ, ताकि C2 will be remain.
That's maybe even better, yes.
So keep it here. And now F4. And we also have the added option of someday popping out our Bishop here. Queen G6 maybe is the best.
And now we take on G5 and we go Bishop E3 perhaps.
Yeah, G4 somehow.
Yeah,
maybe we want to stop that. We want to stop it.
Where is Magnus when you need him?
My Magnus Carlsen will be in action in the first week of December. Playing at the freestyle finals in South Africa, and then he will play the World Rapid and Blitz. By kya hi maza aane wala hai World Rapid and Blitz. There are 3 big stars playing in World Rapid and Blitz. One is Magnus, second is Gukesh, third is Harshit Bhai. But you are going to play, so it's going to be a lot of
I'm very
fun.
excited actually, because that's one of the only tournaments where you can play in the same event as the likes of Magnus, Hikaru, Gukesh. All the other events are kind of closed or invitational. So this is one of the only events where players like me can basically get a chance to try ourselves again, or test ourselves against the best of the best.
I remember you also played that freestyle event in
Grenke.
Grenke,
Yes.
if I remember.
Yes.
Where Magnus had that 9 out of 9.
Oof.
I mean, ridiculous. Yeah, that is just a ridiculous performance.
But Harshit Bhai there played against Jan Nepomniachtchi and Arjun Erigaisi. And that was really cool, because I think against both, I think not against Jan. With Jan you got outplayed, but with Arjun you had an opening advantage.
Yes.
At least a small one. And it's always fun to see how someone with whom you're spending so much time does with the best in the world.
Exactly, and I do think that, players like me who are around 2500 or 2550, we don't really get the chance to play against someone like Arjun or someone like Prag or Yan so much. And because we don't get this opportunity to play with them, we just don't know the difference of strengths. You can only know the difference when you play with them. And if you play with them 6-7 times and beat them once, that's when you get the confidence that you can beat them again. Yeah. But because you've never beaten them or played with them, it's very hard to kind of take that leap in your chess career.
You can also get to play them in Title Tuesdays as well. Yeah. I feel like round 2, especially round 2 for me at least. I actually got paired with Magnus 2 months ago in a Title Tuesday. I don't want to talk about it, but
Knight A3.
We can talk about it.
First move, Magnus played Knight A3 against Sahaj Bhai.
Yes, and then also another Title Tuesday, I got to play against Nepo. Then I got to play against Firuza. I mean,
this is a blessing, for in the present era to be able to play with these stars from the comfort of your home.
But I have a question. So would Harshit and Sahaj Bhai potentially play the Indian National Championship? Let's say try to win and qualify to the World Cup, because you're talking about opportunities, upsets. This is a great platform, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to be honest, I'll definitely try to make it to the 2027 World Cup and play here.
Wow,
that would be amazing.
We have a question from Praful Meena, a member of ChessBase India here, says, Harshit Bhai, why don't you play Title Tuesday?
It's Tilted Tuesday. And I think the answer is in the question itself.
Because you tilt, yeah?
No, I mean, to be honest, I'm someone who likes to play over the board. I love the feeling of, making the moves with my hands and then looking at my opponent, feeling the energy, pressing the clock. And
old school.
Actually, as much as Harshit looks cool and all, he's very old school, in that way. He doesn't really like chatting. He likes to meet in person and talk and so on. So, I think you don't even use too many apps.
Why text karte phone kar deta hai? It has happened so many times. You're just texting and he says, nah, screw it. Let's just call it.
By the way, guys, Knight to E5 played here by Wei Yi, and now I was wondering if we can break with F4, but G takes, Bishop takes, attacking here.
Vikshit Dog, he says he cannot. Okay.
Sorry, क्या बोल रहे हैं?
No.
Wow, I just got it. Bye.
Oh, oops. Yeah, 95 and.
तो self burn था ना उनके लिए.
So right now, guys, 95 on the board, and Wei-Esipenko has 11 minutes, 2 minutes for Wei Yi. We are on move number 33. Is there some way Andre can try and figure out something? Just wait a bit more. That take it to the 40th move. Wei Yi has that last 1 or 2 seconds left. Makes a move and a blunder and something like that,
But also, after just 7 moves, Black is going to get an additional time of 30 minutes as well.
Then you must just accept a draw,
And also at some point, Black is wanting to reroute the knight from E5 to G6 to F4.
Yes.
Because the pawn on G2 is a weakness.
Agreed.
Risk to hai, bhai.
By the way, how much time does he have? 15 seconds?
13 seconds. He just played Queen D or Bishop E3, sorry. But he has made a move, no? 95.
Okay.
95 on the board.
On the
board.
Yeah.
Win says this game ain't over. F4 now maybe.
I love this energy of Win. He's like, no, the game is not over yet. Still some chances.
Fight.
And this is the attitude with which you can go the distance in a tournament like the World Cup. Just keep finding chances and opportunities.
I'm not so sure if here he has really any realistic chances though. Especially without the rooks, I really don't believe in his position.
भाई सहज भाई आपका जो ऑब्जेक्टिव जब आप बोलते हो ऐसे तो मेरा एंथुजियाज्म ऐसे ये हो जाता है कि भाई अब तो कुछ ही नहीं होगा इधर तो ड्रॉ ही होने वाला है
नहीं भाई मैंने तो ये भी बोला था कि एक गेम टाई ब्रेक में नहीं जाएगा बट आई वाज रॉन्ग अबाउट
दैट वन टुडे डिडंट वर्क आउट बट आई गेस सिंदारोव स्टिल रिमेन्स द फेवरेट इन दिस टूर्नामेंट
टुमारो सिंडारोव एंड Yakubboev
I mean,
will be very, very interesting.
Again, in that matchup with Yakubboev.
Question, by the way, if this match goes into a tiebreak, who is your favorite in terms of faster formats? Yeah? Of course, classical mein we know Wei Yi has the edge, but in faster formats, what do you think, Sagar bhai?
I would go with Andre still, yeah. Like, I just feel like he's in great shape here.
Harshit?
Wei.
Wei?
Wei, I also think so. He has a lot more exposure playing at the top level. At least Norway chess, for example, was a great opportunity. So maybe Wei, yeah.
And he gets into worse positions. Like he gets into worse position, but it's very hard to like in this what is this like when you have arm wrestling? Like he basically is slightly on the edge, but he always fights back.
Yeah, he doesn't give up easily, and he calmly extricates himself out of any mess that is there. So Wei Yi is slowly and steadily becoming one of our favorite players after this tournament.
भाई लग रहा है Esipenko draw for करने वाला है भाई. He doesn't look even like remotely excited about his position.
Yeah.
But they don't really show the expressions.
Yeah.
Like even if Esipenko was very excited, you wouldn't be able to tell. Always having this poker face.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to kind of continue to play on here. F4 is probably the only try.
And I saw that expression there.
Yeah,
it's like
that final thing where he said like, "Bhai, nahi ho raha hai." Work nahi ho raha hai, variation. In the end, it's just leading to equality. Sometimes you look 5 moves down the line, and then in that line you see the defense for your opponent, and you're like, "Bas ho gaya ab. Draw chahiye."
Kal try karenge.
And we are expecting something like queen to d4 or pawn to f4. One of these moves.
F4, I think we know that he will continue to play. Like
If he plays
wants to
f4, exactly.
He wants to have a game. Like queen d4, knight c6, for example, is repetition. Like queen d2, knight d5.
Yeah. To play or not to play?
That's the question. That's the big question here as Andre Esipenko.
Another sigh by Esipenko. Clear.
Yeah.
I don't think he has the expression to play f4 here.
7 moves for time control. Like he could play on for a couple of moves.
Queen d4
it's
on the
repetition,
board.
But ooh.
Not yet. Not yet, but
I mean, he could play potentially knight c6, but guys, also knight g6 to f4 later or something.
Oh.
no, he just comes back
Yeah,
knight
it's
to
going to be a
c6.
draw, I think. Queen d2, knight c6.
He plays it.
And now knight e5
Knight e5
again.
back.
Wow.
Oh, quickly repeating
Does
here.
he repeat again or?
Wei
not yet.
भाई एकदम क्लियर है उनके थॉट प्रोसेस में कि भाई और कुछ नहीं चाहिए हमको यहाँ पे आज ड्रॉ ही चाहिए. He's not trying for anything more than that.
And queen
Oh.
d4
Let's
back.
go! Draw incoming.
Knight c6 buck.
Last opportunity to change it, but no, yeah.
And he looked at Wei. He's like, Karna.
Draw, करना है.
Karna hai.
Draw.
Chalo.
Let's
Yes,
go!
draw.
So both games ending in a draw. That means we have 2 tie breaks tomorrow and 2 candidate spots available for the players. Harshit, your thoughts?
I have a feeling that tomorrow is when we are going to see people taking a lot more risk. Because today they kind of, wanted to just keep things under control. And tomorrow, with less time on the clock, they are going to play more risky openings, more dynamic chess. We have a super chat by I Am Curious 123. Yo, Sagar Bhai and CBI crew and everyone here, quick FIDE tweak to lure. I'm not sure.
Lure.
Yeah, to bring them to tournaments like Magnus to Opens, neutral draw, 0 elo hit for 2650 versus 400 plus underdogs, full gains for the lowers. So like if you play against 2200 and you draw, then you get you don't lose points, but the lower rated players gain points. Like
okay.
It could create a lot of imbalance, guys.
That's an interesting, even to think about this is very interesting.
Yeah.
Very
Quite curious. Yeah.
He's curious.
So, by the way, guys, anyone here, we have had a few of you sitting here enjoying this commentary. Any thoughts if you have? Maybe if you want to share, we can give you the microphone. Anyone wants to say anything, please feel free. Just ask for it. We are very, very grateful that all of you have come here to spend time in this fan zone. Tomorrow, we will also start at 2 p.m. instead of 2:45. Instead of 3. We will have a masterclass. We'll just figure out with who is available tomorrow, who will have time. It will be a lot of fun. Right now, Sahaj and Harshit touching each other. Like, tu kar le. But we'll see. Even Amruta may be keen, but we will figure that out. But guys, Sahil, Sahaj, क्या लग रहा है आप लोगों को कुछ any final thoughts for today?
बस अब last 3 दिन potentially of the World Cup, right? We are in the end zone. मतलब tie break में जाएगा तो. So I think 3-4 दिन आखिरी है अब. I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a grand finish. And एक बंदे के सपने टूटने वाले हैं. We don't know who that person is gonna be, and somebody's gonna create history by winning the World Cup for the first time.
Correct. मजा आएगा. वो तो बहुत मजा आने वाला है. And Sahaj bhai?
I think I share Sahil bhai's thoughts here. I think going into tie breaks was not a huge shock, but I did think that one player will sort of finish it in the classical itself. But it seems like both matches, one going into 4 nights, one going into Petrov, it's like everyone was here sort of playing it too safe, and I think it makes sense to sort of settle it in the tie breaks, and it's going to be a very, very fun tie break for me tomorrow.
Actually, it's dawning on me that the tournament is going to come to an end here. We have been here for more than 23, 24 days, all of us here together, commentating, looking at these games. Started out with 200 players, now down to 4 players. And for me, it was always difficult to be at a tournament or at a place, having a very good time and leave that place. Because then I used to go back and I used to always think, how is it possible that you get so close to some of the people and then suddenly in 2 hours you take a flight and you're all gone. And that was always very tough for me. And I think that's, with traveling so much, that's something that I have, trying to work more and more. Because before I used to just cry, ki bhai, ye kaisa possible hai, itna maza aa raha tha, and now it's just gone. But now I've gotten better and I've realized that, it's the most important thing is just to be in the present. And whenever you go back home, to be in the present there and enjoy with the people that you will have around. Because, sometimes when you are here in this moment, you think that, I could have done something else or I could have done this. But just to be here right now and enjoy as much as you can, I think that's what I would like to say as my final few words.
Wonderful. Harshit bhai, thank you for those amazing words. And I asked the AI who should do the masterclass tomorrow, Harshit or Sahaj. And it gave me not an answer, but said, if you want a tactical masterclass, choose Harshit. But if you want a more balanced and structured approach, choose Sahaj. So let's see.
Day 1 of finding out I'm balanced and structured, by the way.
Kya pata, I think AI is thinking that way, Sahaj bhai. Maybe
crazy vibe.
Went through your commentary, like how you speak and your videos and all.
Still not balanced, I would say. But yeah.
Okay, cool. Guys, see you tomorrow, and thank you all for coming, and thank you everyone in the chat.